Holy shit, it's Sunday. Welcome to church, everybody. I'm here with Poseidon and Lebanese Dynamite, Emil Khoury, in studio today. Emil, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Like, we're formal until we start swearing at each other. Don't forget, this podcast is brought to you by the lovely folks over at Just Meat It. Head over to justmeatit.ca. Links are in the description. They sell high-quality meats from Quebec farmers, and they deliver it directly to your door. Justmeatit.ca. Use the promo code COMEDY to get yourself 10% off. And in case you don't know, we're not talking about any kind of meat. We're talking about ostrich, Wagyu beef. We're talking elk. You're not going to hunt an elk, you son of a bitch. Don't lie. You can't hunt elk or goddamn fucking bison. I think they have bison too. You can't hunt that stuff. Pretend you're Rogan. Order it from there. It'll come to your house. Use 10% promo code, which is fucking comedy. You already know what we're doing. Pantelis comedy. The second part is comedy. Use that. Get yourself 10% off. Get yourself some goddamn meats. That's it. Yeah. Poseidon, did you order meats yet from them?
Not yet. I'm going to order the Wagyu.
Oh, when you're getting paid?
Mm-hmm.
That's your payday expense?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got that out of the way. Join Patreon, patreon.com/Pantelis. Get yourself some cool bonus episodes over there. And the French cast is, I think, 3 weeks ahead right now on the Patreon. We're already at number 30 with Jay du Temple. It was a great episode. Even though I was speaking French and he was going English and people were confused about it. But it's a great fucking episode. So goddamn, dude, what have you been up to? I haven't seen you in a minute.
We've been working. We got our studio space. We're starting to finalize everything. We set up over there. It's our first move because just like you started in the garage, we started in Jacob's kitchen.
Yeah.
And at some point, because I still work physically at a store, Jacob was working from home. He does a bit of at Poutine Bar, a couple of shifts here and there.
Yeah.
So we were recording the podcast at his house. We were filming our sketches at his place. He was writing at his place. He was doing Zoom shows. So you're jacking off, you're raising your daughter, you're fucking in the same 4x4. We're like, fuck it, we need a studio space where we can leave.
Why were you guys fucking each other?
We were 69ing at the beginning, but then it's starting to get a bit tedious. So then we fuck in the studio now.
I told you, studio space, best idea.
It changed everything. Even just to brainstorm.
Yeah.
We show up there, we drop our shit, we have the board, we write our ideas. So it's the first step. It's a small space. It's we're decorating it as we go. We have the soundproof shit that we bought too. So it's starting to look alive.
Now it's starting to look like home. Yeah. Mr. Poseidon, you happy with your podcast this week?
Yes.
You had a couple of good ones.
Yeah, I had the In Bed with Poseidon on Patreon. Yeah. The Intellectuals was a very good episode too. And we had, I think it was the second or third episode of Annabelle Rabet.
Okay. Do you know what people complained about most right now?
What?
They're not even complaining about anything other than the fact that we didn't put our intro song today.
Wait, I heard it.
Like after that, we normally come in with an intro song. Yeah. They're mad, Poseidon. So I'm like,
it was the.
Yeah, so now I gotta play it just because they're pissed off. We gotta fucking play. We got no choice. Do we play it for these guys?
Yeah, sure.
Or do we tell them all to go fuck themselves?
I'm in a good mood. Let's play it for them.
We'll play in a minute. We'll let them sweat it out.
I love how people have their habits, and if it doesn't go through, you piece of fucking shit. I'm used to this. How dare you?
Well, I didn't do it to fuck with them. I just did it.
Don't even get around.
I did it. No, I didn't do it to fuck with them. I thought it was funny to start with nothing and just go in dry.
Dry.
But all right, whatever. There you go, you sons of bitches. There you go.
Shit,
all right.
Oh, shit.
Now the show can officially start.
Oh,
I'm nothing if not a man of the people.
Bro, if I wasn't in a good mood, I would have told everyone to go fuck themselves.
No, but they're right. All right, there. Now they feel like we're cooking. Now we're cooking with fire. Emil Khoury in studio.
Yes.
Welcome to church, everybody. It's Sunday. I already gave the promo. I'll give it again with music now. Justmeatit.ca. Head over to justmeatit.ca. Use the promo code COMEDY. Get yourself 10% off high-quality meats from the farmers directly to your door. No performance-enhancing drugs. No antibiotics. None of that shit for these animals. These are high-quality beasts. Catch them like Pokemon, and they'll come over to your house. So yeah, Poseidon's 2 episode this week, English and French, of with the Annabelle, was fucking good.
So
he keeps fighting with her.
How do you keep up?
Well, we don't keep fighting. We argued a bit for like 10 minutes.
Well, I need to know, what was the argument about?
Dick size.
Dick size, and she was saying that bigger is better?
She told me basically, this is not enough to satisfy a woman, and I kept trying to argue that it's not enough, that it is enough to satisfy a woman.
He's like, this is how I sign checks.
It's all about the motion in the ocean.
Wait, this as in girth and length?
Yes.
Okay.
Poseidon's more of a mouth man. No, it wasn't. I don't know why you guys fought. Why did you guys fight?
I don't even remember what the argument was about.
Wait, she was getting agitated?
She did get agitated. I heard it in the audio, and she kept getting agitated. It's been 2 weeks in a row now that I hear her start the episode with, Poseidon, let me tell you something. Sit down. And I'm like, oh shit, she's pissed.
Sit down. Poseidon just starts getting super hard.
yeah. He's like, okay.
So that she was saying that a pinky is not enough to satisfy a woman.
No, that is not what she was saying.
No,
you were arguing, I think, because you fucked something up or something. The last week I heard you guys arguing because you didn't.
No, because there was something about like because I have to produce and be on the show on this one.
Always.
So like she was complaining about me having to move something. I'm like, no, but this is how I have to do it because I can't be at two places at one. And then she finally understood this week. She was, anyways. And then I don't even remember what the other argument was about.
So that was all live during the podcast.
Yeah, it happened during the podcast, which made me laugh.
You guys didn't want to cut this out?
No, I don't care.
I had zero interest in cutting it out. I was just like, all right, that's something.
And also, if only you knew how many zero fucks I give.
He stopped giving fucks about a year and a half ago.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it doesn't care anymore. Could care less.
But how do you guys come up with 2 hours of content every week? You
What do you
just
mean? I get
French and
creative.
English because you guys do
Yeah.
both shows
I get
together.
creative.
Okay, you got creative.
Oh, like I thought of a new segment which is gonna be very interesting for the patrons that are gonna like.
STD or just simple infection.
And this with an STD, please, a woman.
One of the segments is guess the sex position. So you say
Guess the sex.
Yes.
What do you mean?
because okay, if you look up the Kama Sutra book of lovemaking, okay,
Yeah.
Love making.
you will see there's all kinds of positions that A, I didn't know you could move a body like that, and B, I didn't know you could name them like that.
Yeah. Like the flying umbrella or something.
Yeah, like some crazy shit, bro. So the whole thing that we want to do is, I think this week we're gonna start it. She says a name of a sex position, and I try to guess it, and we have it on Google in front of us on the spot, or she has it, and then I try to guess as accurately as possible, and see if I get it right.
So she's like the blind Superman, and then you have to guess that
I
it's
have
the
to
guy
guess it's some closing your eyes and I don't know doing this or whatever.
double
the fuck.
fisting, like
Double
sort of.
fisting.
Okay.
Yeah, the flying Superman thing.
You're talking about Kama Sutra. The last time I saw anything related to Kama Sutra, I was doing condo visits, and we went to visit a stripper's condo. She wasn't there. It was all the way at the 4th floor, no elevator, which is fucking surprising because when you get back home, coked out of your mind, not sure how she fucking climbed up these stairs.
Climbed. She ran up the
She
stairs. bro.
fucking,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but with these heels and she smashed whatever it is.
She probably leaped.
She probably was flying from outside. So we were visiting, and the second room, we walk into it, la chambre des invités. So we're walking, and the closet door is open. We're doing the visit, and my girlfriend's like, what the fuck is this? I take a look, the closet's open. There's this huge board. It's a Kama Sutra, and it's all the positions on a huge board.
Nice.
Clear out. She had no shame that this was her.
I like her.
This was her room for her to work.
Why would she have shame? It's her
No
house.
shame.
Let her do whatever the
It
fuck
was
she wants.
beautiful.
I approve
Yeah.
of this.
It was beautiful.
Yo, I watched King Kong versus Godzilla last night.
How was it?
It was a movie. No, it was. I felt bad for that big monkey. Now I started. I was upset during the film when people were calling him a monkey. I was like, he's a goddamn gorilla.
He's a gorilla.
He's a gorilla. He's an ape.
Put
He's not
some
a
respect
fucking
on my
monkey.
name.
Put some respect. The man is a giant.
Yeah.
So I was watching that. It was pretty cool. It was him fighting Godzilla a lot. Godzilla's a bitch, bro. Godzilla's fucking very angry. Yeah, he's got fire breath and stuff. And then they went into the center of the earth because apparently in that universe, the earth is hollow. There's a whole universe in like there's a whole other world in there. That's where he comes from, King Kong. So they go down there, they break through it. Then you find out that the reason why Godzilla was attacking people is not because he just hates Japanese people. It's because someone in Japan was messing around with a lot of like high energy shit.
Okay.
So he was trying to stop them because he's like, this is dangerous, humans.
So
Don't do
Godzilla's the good guy.
Well, he's fucking up a lot of shit, bro. He kills a lot of Asians. So he's
Collateral damage, though.
Well, let's be fair. Superman, when he fucking fights villains, destroys half the fucking city. We don't
for
say
the
anything-
record,
we
when
don't say anything about
Godzilla fought King Kong, way worse. It was genocide.
A lot more insurance claims.
Dude, they killed everything around them. They built it. Innocent people they didn't give a fuck, bro. They don't know innocent people. They're monsters. So they would fight, and then what happened was they went into the center of the earth, and King Kong found his home where he should have been from, where the other giant apes were from.
Okay.
And he sits on a fucking throne. He's got a cool fucking weapon that he made, and that thing draws energy. And Godzilla feels it. So Godzilla's burning a hole through through Hong Kong, through the earth.
Okay.
And then it's weird the way gravity works, like in the middle. It's fucking cool, whatever. So he comes back out, then he fights him again, and Godzilla beats the shit out of King Kong. He's almost dead, bro. His heartbeat's slowing down. But then Mecha Godzilla comes out. The bad guys made a robot Godzilla that went crazy. So then Godzilla and King Kong team up, and they fuck up Mega Godzilla.
Why are they fighting initially?
Look, they're fucking, they're goddamn beasts, okay?
Is it a dick measuring contest?
No, it's not a dick measuring contest. They kidnap King Kong. They put him to sleep, and they put him on a boat to bring him to fight Godzilla because they don't know why Godzilla keeps destroying these Asian places. They're like, how racist is Godzilla? But it had nothing to do with race. It had to do with them fucking around with like nuclear weapons and all that shit, you know? He's like, remember what happened the last time bombs were dropped here? Don't take chances. So he doesn't want them to fight. He doesn't want them to use any like crazy technology. So that's what happens. So he's...
So humans are just keeping King Kong in a cage until they need him?
Well, no, he was on Skull Island where he's from.
Island,
And then they went and like, yo, we need this motherfucker's help.
Okay.
But he doesn't speak English. He does sign language with a little girl.
Okay.
So sign him this, and then they drugged him, and
Sign
then
up
he
gang
woke up
signs.
on the boat. He's like, "What's going on?" It was raining on him. He was all pissed off. I felt bad for him. But then the little girl's like, "Yo, King Kong, we're gonna go fuck a Japanese monster up," and he's like,
I hate Japanese people.
"Yeah," and then he's like, "It's racist, but okay, I'll do it." And then they first fight in the water, bro. They almost choke. He almost kills because Godzilla could swim. He almost kills King Kong because he was dragging him down.
King Kong is a bitch. He's always on the verge of dying.
Yeah, bro. He was always on the verge. Dude, Godzilla's fucking strong, bro. Godzilla could shoot fire, breath, and stuff. He was very strong. Hyper beam. Where the fuck is coming out of this guy's mouth? Yeah. So it was a good cast. A lot of good people that I like were in the movie. Yeah. So it was like one of those fun times. You know, you just see these monsters fighting, but they go to Hong Kong. Bro, Hong Kong did not survive. Destroyed everything. Everything. People are eating in restaurants and they're just getting blown up. Like they're just flying through buildings, and at the end, it's funny because at one point when Godzilla sits down, King Kong sits down, you're like, he just killed 80 people. He just leans on a building, sits.
Because his back was hurting him.
Yeah.
So he just
I'm like, oh, that's collateral. And no one ever talks about it. They're not like, well, he killed like 8 million Chinese people. Nobody says anything.
Yeah.
They're just like, well,
So this was in Hong Kong.
it started in Japan, then it was going to Hong Kong.
I don't know. Seems like the Chinese government was up to some shady shit in that movie.
It wasn't the Chinese government. It was this other. It's
Asian
like kind of
superpower?
yeah, not even Asian. I think it was like a conglomerate, kind of like how Umbrella is for Resident Evil.
Okay.
It was kind of like that, but for they're doing like experiments and shit.
Yeah.
So a lot of fun.
But talking about collateral damage, did you guys watch The Boys on Amazon? Amazon Prime?
I watched the first season.
Yes.
So this is
I've
the
watched
whole
both
premise.
seasons.
It's like the collateral damage of superheroes fucking everything up.
Yeah.
And that's the whole premise where at the beginning, the main character, his girlfriend gets killed by a superhero.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
And then
she gets
that's where it
exploded.
starts. She gets exploded. So that's how it all starts. And the concept is fucking genius.
The concept is good. It's kind of like what they did in Marvel, where at one point during the Civil War, they had the Registration Act, and superheroes had to be registered, and some of them were like, "Fuck you, I ain't registering."
So they don't go to jail for killing.
And no, just like, I don't want you to know who I am. So then they split up into two factions. Captain America was on one side, Tony Stark was on the other.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I
then
remember that.
yeah.
And then they kind of did in the movies too, but it was better in the comics.
Really?
And Captain America died.
In the comics. Oh, so the end game never happens.
They're two totally different things. They just mixed up different stories for the movies.
I see.
The end game thing, the Infinity Gauntlet stuff, that happened years ago. It was another story arc.
Okay.
In the movies, they just... Anyways, all this to say, King Kong versus Godzilla is a fun time. It's explosions.
Feel-good movie.
It's a feel-good movie.
You want to fucking... It's a movie that
Especially
you want
if
to
you don't
watch.
like Asians.
Especially if you don't... But it's a movie you want to watch eating fucking expensive popcorn. You just sit down.
Yeah, you're just
shoving
fucking
candy
around.
down your throat. Just a feel-good movie. You're not trying to understand anything about life.
Nothing. You understand nothing about life. If anything, it opens up more conspiracies about the Earth being hollow. And they had these snakes that were there that were flying. There were giant snakes with wings. And not Godzilla, but King Kong, bro, doesn't play that shit with snakes, bro.
He eats them.
Bro, he took one and he beat up another one with it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And then he cut its head off. And, it's the venom and stuff bleeding. And then he ate what's inside it. And then he's like, I'm in charge.
I'm
Here.
done.
This is my first day in this world. I'm fucking in charge, bro.
Don't even fucking try.
Yeah. He's a man of the people, the King Kong. And he does sign language. It's funny because the little girl's telling him stuff in sign language, and you could just see sometimes, you're like, I'm just as lazy as King Kong. She's telling him, like, she's like, Godzilla's not your enemy. Robot. Gotta fuck the robot. He's your enemy. And Godzilla's like this. King Kong's like, fuck. Okay, let's do this.
By the way, someone should edit King Kong's roar into so woo because he's doing the sign language.
No, he doesn't do the sign language. The girl does the
King
sign
Kong.
language. She's doing the sign. He's like, King Kong's like, God damn it. All right, fine.
That's him punching in at work. It's like some people punch in at max
Yeah.
to start working. King Kong's like, oh my fucking...
And it's funny because
Really?
Godzilla's looking at him. He's like, is he help? Because Godzilla's getting his shit kicked out of him by Mecha Godzilla. And then he gets help by fucking King Kong. Because, dude, Mecha Godzilla was about to kill Godzilla. He was opening his mouth. And he was trying to break his mouth. And he's like, fuck, I'll just do my beam in his mouth and kill him.
Yeah.
And right as he's about to do it, big monkey shows up. He's like, fuck no, bro. It was one of those. It was a feel-good movie of the year.
Good movie.
Nice.
Yeah. You like seeing a lot of Asians die because they all died.
All the Asians died.
Many Asians died, bro. They destroyed Hong Kong.
And yet somehow not more than what happened in Tiananmen Square.
A lot more than what happened in Tiananmen Square. Tiananmen Square,
No,
you mean the
the-
one guy that got ran over by a tank?
No, sorry, I wasn't referring to that. I'm very sorry.
You tried to refer to that, but then you realized...
No, I tried to refer. Didn't communism in China kill like millions and millions of
Yeah,
people?
but that's throughout
Way more.
years. That's not...
Throughout the year, there's a funny story which Mao Zedong, the previous emperor in China, would told the people, hey, the birds are eating grains, and grains is what we use to feed ourselves. So you need to kill the birds so we can have more grains for us. They ended up killing massively a population of birds.
Oh, shit.
And they all starved for the next 15 years because birds were helping reproduction and
So stupid.
pollination and whatever. So the whole people were famine everywhere. They
Oh,
didn't
shit.
have grain and they didn't have birds or whatever it is. So they
Shit.
massacred
Yeah, I always wonder why people never... Like, there's a lot of people even now that just don't question the government. They don't question any logic, science. They just go with what they say. So it's like, yeah, the birds are the enemy, bro. They're trying to steal our food. Let's fuck them up. Like, no one's thinking.
I was thinking.
No one thinks like, nah, guys, don't listen to the gut. Like,
Well,
this is a
do you
bad
have
idea.
If you're in North Korea right now, and Kim Jong Un tells you like, hey, by the way, this is what you need to do. You shut the fuck up and you do it.
I guess.
I saw an influencer. It was fucking hilarious. I fell on a random influencer's page who was
North Korean?
not North Korean. A white guy who was invited to North Korea, or
That's an invite you
he
don't
was-
accept.
But that's the
Yeah.
thing. He was like authorized to travel to North Korea, and he was trying to justify everything. It's like, this is a beautiful monument, and a lot of people think that there's no culture in North Korea. And then they show you the same dance that they do every year, and they show people like just standing up, looking. Everything is about idolizing Kim Jong Un and Kim Jong Il and people in superpower. And you're like, how much did they pay you for this shit?
Yeah, or not even pay.
much?
What they said is, we guarantee we won't murder you.
Imagine you just fly in. You're like,
Don't-
by the way, take nice pictures. Otherwise, you're not going back home.
That's what happens there. You can't fuck around with them. They don't
can't
play
fuck
games,
around.
these guys. Yeah, they don't. There's no negotiating with North Korean dictators.
Nope.
But there have been people that have taken pictures of North Korea and their cities and shit, and actual pictures, and apparently it's deserted and shit.
We
like,
know there's
so-
been documentaries about it. They have fake buildings.
Yeah.
They go, this is our downtown district. It's normally a hustle and bustle, but you came on a holiday. And then you go inside and it's empty. They have grocery stores that from the outside it looks like they're full, and you go inside and it's empty. There's nothing on the shelves. You're like, what the fuck?
Apparently, they even have fake dealerships.
They have fake everything. They want to
dealerships
make it
with the-
seem like it's a
yeah.
It's
metropolis,
metropolis, yeah.
but they all live in like rural areas and they treat them like shit. North Korea is fucked up.
God damn.
Yeah, even China now, the government recently, there was a thing I saw, I think the guy was Canadian or American, Chinese guy whose family disappeared. And they said, if you talk shit about us, if you're Chinese, I guess it stands for everyone, but they go, we will get to you or your family. You're disappearing. We're not accepting that shit anymore. So he was like talking about the government, it's corrupt, this and that. And his whole family disappeared.
Well, the whistleblowers at the beginning of COVID.
Yeah, they all disappeared
Doctors,
too.
they
all
disappeared.
disappeared.
There's
Yeah.
a video of doctor crying, hey, you guys watch out. There's this thing coming along. They're not managing it
We
properly.
fucked up at the lab. And they're like, what lab?
What lab?
We don't even have a lab.
Batman?
Yeah, exactly.
That's-
We have no. And then they have the narrative called bat soup. It had nothing to do with bat soup.
Bat
Is
soup.
they fucked up at the lab.
Well, that's the thing. We take it for granted. We take our democracy first here, and also our freedom for granted. And I'm the first one. We were talking about it on the podcast this week. I don't join protests because in my mind, I haven't joined one yet. It's because we didn't grow up with that fighting for freedom in the sense of if
Yeah.
my dad said something, that's what it was. So if I wanted to do what I wanted to do, I would have to say, okay, dad, and then do what I have to do around undercover on the
Yeah,
road.
yeah.
So the government now is like 8 p.m. curfew. I'm like, okay, 8 p.m. curfew. What the fuck am I going to do about it? I wait for 7:45. I drive to my girlfriend's house and I spend the night there. There's
Yeah.
no, it's not.
No one's like, what the fuck? I'm a free human being. And then I'm not going to. Yeah, they're like, oh, well, it is what it is.
It is what it is. But what do you want to do? You want to go downtown and start pitching bottle glasses?
No, I don't like that either. I'm all for protesting. I don't like breaking private property. I hate that shit. It's like, what does that have to do? Like the guy, first of all the stores are going through what you're going through. They hate the curfew. They hate all the lockdowns. You know, basically, we're going to get, if this continues, the middle class is going to disappear. Because all the small businesses aren't going to survive. It's only going to be the big ones. So then in between, all you're going to have is salaried employees. You're going to have the employees. There's no more middle class of you creating anything. It's going to be the big boys, Walmarts and all the big stuff. And then the people working for the big companies, working for TD, working for Scotia, they're going to get rid of the middle class. It's very dangerous what they're doing.
Yep.
It's very, very dangerous.
What if like the protesting? What if everyone, like, that would be amazing. Everyone just stepped out of their apartment at 8 or house at 8 or
You don't even need to go that far. All that needs to happen is the cops need to publicly say, look, unless it's something serious, we're not enforcing this nonsense.
Yeah.
Like, we're not a guy that's like, now you get a lot of, even fans of ours have sent me messages about, dude, I was 10 minutes from my house, 15 minutes after curfew, and I got a ticket.
Oh shit.
Like, cops, if cops just be like, we're not enforcing that. Like, you're going home, we could tell this and that. No, we're not. If we see you fucking partying, we see you doing this, different
100%.
story. We're not enforcing this nonsense.
Just like what's happening in Ontario right now, the police services were like, Doug Ford told them, hey guys, we're gonna have to go through with these measures, and police are gonna be doing random checks, and the cops were just like, nope, we're not doing that shit.
By the way, because we don't do it enough, let's give credit to the Ontario police
100%
for saying that shit.
100%.
Because that is what we said. The way that you win is you can't be separate with the cops. You need, because the cops are basically the armed wing of the government. You need them on your side. The second the cops join the people, the government, they lose their power because now they can't enforce it.
The community has a stronger sense towards power, in the sense of, oh, we're usually always headbutting with cops, but now cops are siding on our side. They're like, there's no need for this shit.
And this is good for the police too, at least in Ontario, because this is going to be over.
Fantastic.
At some point, it's going to be over, right?
Yeah.
So when this is over, you want the regular people to love you, respect you, have the cops back.
100%.
And they did a huge step, the police, 100%. When they said, no, you're giving us this authority. Fuck that, bro. There's a Charter of Rights and Freedoms. No, we don't want that power.
Yeah.
We're not doing that.
And they were vocal about it. They weren't just, oh no, we're not going to enforce it by not saying anything. They were vocal about it, so you get the people on your side.
That's huge. That's a good move. I was hoping that the cops here would do the same thing. Because internally, apparently, a lot of cops were saying, we don't like enforcing the dumb stuff.
It's so stupid.
It's so stupid. Like, because I think for a little while, it doesn't hurt us to go on with, let's say, social distancing in like malls, masks, hand sanitizer. That's fine. Let's keep doing that for a bit. Let's fucking kill that shit. Who gives a fuck? It's the stuff that bothers the cops isn't that. The stuff that bothers the cops is the curfew. So imposing someone's 20 minutes late and you know he's going home and then you give him a ticket.
But even if he has the paper that grants you the...
They still get tickets. I saw a guy yesterday who still got ticketed. Yeah, the cop said, I don't accept it. I'll send you the thing by mail. He said, what do you mean you don't accept? What do you want me to do? You tell me to get an exemption because I'm working right now. I have the exemption. You still give me a ticket.
And at this point, the guys were... So even the whole hassle of... It's stressful for someone to be driving after 8 and like, oh, am I going to get stopped or not? And even you get stopped by the cop, and then you have these reactions where you're under stress, under pressure, because nobody's feeling good when they get stopped by cops.
No.
I see cop cars, even if I'm driving at the speed limit, my asshole tightens. Like,
I get anxious. I get
anxious for no reason.
Every time I'm recording something late, like once or twice a week here, and I have to go home, I'm not even far, I'm always anxious.
Have you gotten stopped yet?
I got followed and harassed once, but then he let me go. He never even stopped me. I had my paper.
Okay.
Remember that night when I left him 2 drink minimum? I was like, what the fuck? He turned his lights off. Like the whole car had no lights following me.
It's fucking weird.
Yeah, it was very weird. And then he just, I don't know, he let me go. He saw other cars. I don't know what the fuck happened. Maybe he checked my plate. He ran it. He saw my address. So he could tell that I'm going home. I don't know. I don't know what he did.
Which would be a smart move.
Which would be a smart move.
If he's suspecting something, better be precautious than actually.
I prefer that because he didn't actually come and harass me. So I prefer that. But I have my paper. But even with my papers, someone for sure, if they want, they could be an asshole. Just send me the tickets and I have to contest it and stuff.
Because that's how they do it. My friend was at a chalet with, I think, his cousin, and there were 2 other people. I think there were 4 or 5 people. The neighbor, and they were in Mont-Saint-Hilaire or something. The neighbor snitched them. The cops showed up. And the cops told them, we're not giving you the ticket now. We need to send this au procureur. And then he decides if he wants to go through with it. I thought people gave tickets on the spot.
They used to. Oh, that might be a recent change now, the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're
that's
like, we're sorry, this is just the rules. You guys are not supposed to be here. We'll send our report, and then they decide if you guys are getting fined or not.
But there's also a lot of people I see that they just accept. It doesn't matter what the government says. It says, you're all idiots. The curfew is working. It's correct. All that stuff. And even though scientifically there is no backing the curfew. The curfew is not scientific. But they say it because it's easier to just be like, this is what everyone's doing. I'm going to go along with it.
100%.
And then, so I could be, but you're not right tangibly. You're just right in the sense that the majority, the public opinion, like what's in the media, the public view is that. But just agreeing with that doesn't make you right. Because it's the same, like people did this throughout history. It's the same people in the beginning. That's how Hitler was able to confuse people too. Like a lot of people, they're like, oh, my family or whatever didn't agree with it. What are you talking about? In Germany, that's why they got power. Because they would say stupid shit. They would blame other people like it's the Jews' fault or whatever. And then people were like, well, we are in charge. So clearly we're better.
More than 50%.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yes.
Yeah, they just went along with it. Nobody sat there and been like, wait a second, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
But what
the Jews didn't start the First World War to fuck us up economy. It wasn't, they weren't using their head. Same thing, and it's not the same equivalent. We're not killing people in the streets. I just mean it's very easy for people to fall into the trap of, well, the government said it and the police enforcing it, they must be right.
Yeah.
And then they don't use any logic. They just
But
go with it.
who's actually following it to the T? I mean, if I was following every single rule to the T, I wouldn't have seen my girlfriend since October.
Yeah.
Because I'm not supposed to. But we can go chill in Carrefour. We can go hang out
Yeah,
at
you
a
can meet her at a
park,
mall, and then you could fucking blow everyone, and that's fine.
at a park with 50,000 other people. When we had the show last week, we went
Pierre,
next to the
Pierre
park.
Luc dropped $5 in super chat. Wanted
Oh,
everyone to
shit.
know that he's against the curfew, and it's worth
Reesh.
$5.
Everybody against the curfew dropped $10 in the super chat.
But
That'd be funny. Just everybody's against the curfew.
by the way, you'd be surprised. I've seen, like, I took a walk around Jerry Park these past because it warmed up, and I like walks are good for you. But I've seen people alone, walking alone, out in the middle of nowhere. There's nobody around them, bro, and they're wearing a fucking mask,
The mask on their eyes.
bro, and they're wearing visors.
Listen, if you're more comfortable walking alone with your mask, that's good. The part where it bothers me, it's if you're walking alone with your mask and then you see two people together walking without a mask and then you call the cops on them.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's
I
where it
hate
becomes
people do
tricky.
shit like that.
If you're more comfortable, I see people driving with a mask on their face, on their eyes, on their ears, on their dicks, whatever it is. Listen, whatever your psychotic behavior is, this is good for you. Just don't come busting my balls. Don't. Up to some point, it's not productive for society in general.
Driving, I keep getting almost hit by people that are wearing masks alone in the car.
Yeah, and it's like,
and it's annoying. Yeah, because they can't see. And I'm yelling. I go, take the fucking mask off. Take the fucking. You would see me if you didn't have that. What, you're alone. What are you doing? You're protecting yourself from yourself. What's going on here? I don't understand what's happening.
The air from outside can come in through the vents.
Look, if you're living like that, then it's gonna hit you everywhere. It's gonna hit you anywhere.
bro, but like, fuck, man, I can't. It's
Like,
not-
fuck, man. There's so many precautions to take, but some of these, the mask alone in your car, the mask alone when you're walking alone, the curfew, 7:58, bro, guys, it's fucking safe to walk. 8, it's not safe to walk. Like, if you believe that that's real, fuck, man, that says a lot about our education system, first of all. They didn't teach us critical thinking.
I feel like a lot of people that were so anxious about COVID itself at the same time last year, they've shed it. I was
super anxious
I
last
was super
year.
anxious
this time.
last year, and now you have a bit more information. It's like, okay, if we were 25 people here and nobody was wearing masks and we're all sitting around the table, maybe I wouldn't be super comfortable.
First of all, if it was as crazy as what they're saying now, with the curfew and that, we wouldn't have lasted this year.
100%.
Also, bro, me at the beginning of this shit, bro, I was at the airport. I went to Chinatown. I've been eating ass since last year,
Yeah,
bro.
he
I
has
love,
been
like,
eating a lot of that.
I love that link. I've been eating ass. I was working at the airport. I was in Chinatown. As if this is a measure for.
Bro, how have I not caught it?
I think you caught it.
It's possible I may have caught it, and I didn't get any symptoms, but
I'm talking to a lot of people who even caught it recently who test positive, and they're like, well, if I didn't have the positive test and I'm at home now, quarantined, I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know.
Yeah. That's the scary part about this. You don't know how it's going to hit you. That's why it's good to take precautions.
Yeah.
Wear your fucking mask, put your hands out. You're going out in public, you don't know what's going on. I'm not saying stop that shit, because that would be crazy at this point, because you don't know how it'll hit you. It could fuck you up. But you can't end your life.
yeah.
Then what's the point?
Bro, even if it was 50% death rate, bro, I would still take my chances.
Kala, 50% death rate. Now it's less than 1. If it was 50, that would be a way, dude.
I'd be in my room.
If it was 50, we'd be at war right now.
We'd be,
Yeah. You'd see people dropping dead like flies. Like
Yeah, no, don't go. If it was 50, trust me, none of this could help. Like, if it was 50, you have to stay in, lock your doors, and hope to God that you could survive for a month.
Okay, even 10%.
10% is huge.
10% is fucking ginormous.
Bro, it's less than 1 now, and look at how everyone look at what's going on in society.
Yeah,
10%.
it's
I don't think you
less
understand. 10%.
Yeah,
Are you
that's 1 in
fucked,
10
bro?
People.
That would be crazy. To die, that would be crazy.
If 10%, if I test positive, I'm shitting myself. I'm in my room. I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
fuck,
bro.
like,
Really?
there's a 10%.
Yeah, 10% is
10%
insane.
is fucking high.
10% is huge, bro.
Yeah.
If this was at 3%, it would still be
It
huge.
would be fucking at 3% death rate. It would be even worse than now.
yeah.
How much was the Black Plague death percentage was that?
If you get the Black Plague, you die.
I know.
Is 100% of the people that get the Black Plague died. It was 100%.
Wasn't there some point Ebola wasn't as transmissible because you get it, you die. Just you don't have time to infect people.
yeah. Sometimes it got so strong that it was just killing people straight up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ebola, you would shit out your intestines. What was it?
Yeah, it was this exactly. You would be
Yeah,
shitting
shit
out your whole
out,
body,
yeah,
and
and
then
you'd
at
be
some point
bleeding from your
you
eyes
didn't
and
have
shit.
time to infect other people because when you got it, you would die.
Yeah,
within the
you would
next,
die,
like,
yeah.
And
72
also, it was
hours.
very visual. People could tell you had it, so they'd steer clear from you.
No, it's not steer clear. It's you have no you
You're not
don't
walking
have
in the street, someone's shitting their pants. You're like,
yeah
this is
you
wrong.
didn't have the chance with that. But the Black Plague, bro, was 100%. If you get it, you're fucked.
Really? Eh?
Yeah. They would have to burn houses, corpses.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. It wasn't. That's why
Imagine
you're
you're
like,
like,
what percentage? That's what I'm telling you. That's 100%.
Fuck, eh?
100%
Yeah,
death rate.
We wouldn't be doing this podcast if it was the Black Plague. This
Yeah.
is this wouldn't be happening right
We
now.
were doing it.
Yeah. It's 100% of the people who got it. It must have killed maybe like a tenth of the world or something. Like
No, I think it had killed like a quarter
of the world.
I think so. How many?
Jesus Christ.
Let me Google it real quick. You guys go ahead. Black Plague
It's a new album dropping.
killed off.
Jeff's dropping a $5 in the super chat. He says the dean of my university lost his job due to COVID. He always gave me a hard time, so I emailed him an application to McDonald's. This is worth $5. Wait. The dean of he lost it because COVID. I guess they didn't need a dean anymore.
And then the guy sent him an application to McDonald's.
Oh fuck! Good job,
That's a
Jeff.
fucking big move.
That's a big ball move, yeah, a big dick move.
I hope that he's not your future boss.
Killed 30 to 60% of the European population.
Yeah, so
That's
the planet
75 million to 200 million estimate.
Yeah.
They don't even know.
Yeah,
Holy
they killed it. It's 100. Dude, if you got it, you died. It was 100% death rate of getting it.
Fucking
Not
hell.
100% of people died. It's 100% of the people that got it that died.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, eh?
Yeah, bro.
Hey, that means our ancestors survived that shit, bro. We're fucking.
Well,
We're
obviously, that's a weird thing for you to say.
No,
Like,
but
you're here, so clearly, so clearly they.
fuck, I broke my brain cells today.
Yeah,
They're resting.
yeah. That was fucked up times. Those were fucked up times.
Those are fucked up times because if you got it, imagine getting something and you're like, oops, this is what it is. I didn't put Purell. Fucking rest in peace to me and my whole family right now.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
But we do have to be careful, not because of COVID, but in general, the way we do things in the world, the pollution, the viruses, all that, we're creating a lot of problems. Also, all the shit they're testing in labs, just like this that got out, it's not always. Yeah, we have to test shit. We have to try stuff. But bro, you got to be really careful. It's just like uranium, right? Nuclear energy and all that shit. Yeah, of course, there's potential. Like I like uranium, right? I'm invested in uranium.
Okay.
There's huge potential in the energy of like the small amount of uranium and the stuff you could power is amazing. But you want highly trained, qualified people working with that. You don't want like a Chernobyl because all that shit, all the Fukushima, all the fuck ups were because someone normally took a shortcut somewhere.
Homer Simpson's working.
Yeah, like Fukushima. Apparently, they were told many times that they had to build it apparently higher because the water levels and they weren't doing it. And then when they had what was a tsunami, I think that fucked them up. And then all this shit to say, if we're playing God, if we're playing with viruses and this and that, we're gonna end up fucking ourselves over.
That's the playing God part that is fucking scary because you don't have control over who's playing God.
No, well now
There's
like
some rich people somewhere playing around with elements that they're not supposed to be playing around
fucking
with.
Bill Gates, but he's going to Africa. He's like, I'm taking your shit, I'm turning it into water. Watch me.
He's throwing
Like,
sand in the sky to block the UV rays, so
Yeah, from
to
the
reduce global warming. Who the fuck gave you the power to be allowed to throw all this sand in the sky? This is not your position to say.
If I was on the beach, Bill Gates, and I was walking by you and you threw sand in my face, I would beat the shit out of you. What makes you think I'm going to accept you throwing this over a goddamn country?
But you think at least one of these billionaires will decide to be like Batman, right?
Batman, he can never be because he's going to get his ass kicked by a real gangster. But they could be heroes. A lot of, like, look, Bill Gates, for all of the fuckery, because for sure he fucks around too, but he does mean well. Here's the issue.
But that's the most worst of evils, by the way.
But it's not. Here's the thing. It's not that it's evil. So here's the thing. Here's what's fucked up. There's certain people that mean well. Like, for example, AOC in the States. People make fun of her for being stupid. It's not okay. She's not the smartest person. And she has said some dumb things. However, you can tell that she means
intentions are
well.
good. Exactly.
Her intentions are good. She just was thrown in there, doesn't understand a lot. Didn't understand what communism, what it's done to people, doesn't understand all that. So she just wants to do good. I want to help people. And someone in front of her says, this is how you help people. Fucking communism. And I was like, yeah, fuck, everybody gets paid the same. She doesn't realize the repercussions, but she's not evil. She doesn't mean to hurt people. You get it? She doesn't. Same thing like Bill Gates. He has power. He's like, shit, I have power now. I have all this money. I'm going to try to make the world a better place. So he does stuff like, I'm going to take shit in Africa and turn it into water so people could drink. Now you'd think, stop flexing. How about you just build ravines, pipes, all that stuff to get actual water to them instead of making them drink their shit. He wants to flex. But at the same time, he's the type of guy that is, and he said it, he's willing. He's like, a lot of people have to die, a population, so we could do this. The fact that he takes it upon himself because he's rich enough to decide that, yeah, I'm willing for 1 million people to die so that 10 million could survive. I'm not saying it's the wrong answer. I'm just saying, who are you to decide for humanity?
When it becomes Age of Empires, this is when you're like, you know what? Maybe you shouldn't right click here. This is
that's
not your position.
That's the difficult part. Is these guys are playing sometimes God with it, and then you have guys like Elon Musk who don't take positions of death or life. That all the stuff he does is to better humanity and has nothing to do with sacrificing people. He's like, let's go electric.
He likes the cloud though. He likes Elon Musk likes the attention.
Yeah, well, he likes the
of
cloud.
course.
No,
Fucking
but I
love
just
it.
mean he doesn't do like all the stuff he works on to. It's not like, yeah, for every Tesla, we're killing 3 babies in Africa. He doesn't do that. Him is just, let's move to renewable energies. Let's move to less fossil fuels. Let's try to colonize Mars. Like he's moving without sacrificing people.
Yeah.
Whereas the other guy is working more towards using science, but also, hey, there's a sacrifice to be made.
Who do you think is the biggest anti-hero? Would it be Bill Gates or Elon Musk? Because I'm not sure if, like, imagine in 10 years the cards flip and Elon Musk is like, we're colonizing Mars, but I bought 50% of Mars.
The way I've seen them speak publicly, I don't know them personally. The better person, like is the bigger nerd to it would be Elon Musk. Because Gates is too, I don't know if Gates was treated too much as a nerd and he wasn't, but Gates is too frivolous with other people's lives. Like the shit that he said about, yeah, some people have to die. And then, we might have to put a cap on how many kids, you might not be able to have kids. We might decide that you need a license. Shit like that. I don't like that someone has the balls enough to decide for you what to
And
do.
be so nonchalant. about it.
Because he's like, I'm just going by the science. If we want to survive, we can't have this many people, which is fine. But
Theoretically, on paper, he's right.
on
It's like,
paper, he's
to
right.
do
But
good, there might be something that goes bad here.
yeah.
But
but there are ways to go around it.
Yeah.
There are ways to go around. And the fact that you don't value someone else's decision or his human life, that's what I don't. You know what I mean? That's what I don't like. Like, let's say you don't like someone. Let's say you don't like I don't know. You don't like Christians. You don't like Muslims or whatever. You could not like them. That's fine. The second you're like, so the best case is we get rid of them. Let's kill them. Then I'm like, listen, buddy. Now you went over the line. Now you're deciding because you don't like them that you're gonna take away their lives.
Yeah.
Again, it's your right to not like them. But the second you get into that type of deciding who lives or dies, that's when I'm against it.
Yeah.
That's when So that's the whole, super nerd. That's why Elon Musk, since he doesn't meddle in that, he just meddles in technologies.
Yeah.
That's why I like him more.
But don't you think Elon Musk is still, he's not at the prime yet. Like, he hasn't done enough time.
Oh yeah, he might be crazy.
And 15 years from now, maybe Elon Musk is going to be the next Bill Gates. And he's like, you know what? If you don't have a robotic arm, then you're not,
Yeah, we're going to harvest all your organs to feed our robot overlords. It might be.
Or God knows, bro. Like, because sometimes
He might be a robot.
He
But
might actually.
all it takes is one little thing for a person to snap. I don't know, like something like, I don't know, his wife gets murdered or whatever. Knock on wood. I'm not saying.
Grimes, the Canadian girl. Someone's going to kill Grimes, bro. Don't say that.
No, but let's say, knock on wood, something like that happens. Like maybe that would be all it would take for him to snap and go full supervillain and shit.
All the Teslas transform like Transformers. Mike's car transforms. He's like, what the fuck's going on here?
But since it's a shitty product, it just stops midway. And then
That would be so funny. Yeah, they just all transform. This was his
evil
plan all
plan.
along.
Yeah, god damn.
They get together like the Japanese. They make a Megazord.
have you ever went in a Tesla that was self-driving?
Not self-driving. I went in the Tesla with Mike. Mike has a Tesla.
Yeah.
But when he first got it, because he came to Bordel, he was like, check this out. And it was fucking crazy, bro. That car goes fast and it looks so cool inside. It's like the future.
It's the future, but I have trust issues to the max
yeah.
with
I
self-driving.
would never let it self-drive me.
I don't
even trust myself
I've
when I
seen
drive.
these videos where people put it on self-drive and then they close their eyes and they just let it ride.
I
I'm
can't do
fuck,
that.
I can't
No.
do this
That
shit.
shit.
Maybe in California, not on Quebec roads.
Oh no, forget
During
it.
the winter,
Forget it.
you're fucked.
Not a chance. There's a pothole, your car goes in, or maybe you have your eyes closed and a fucking squeegee comes in and you hit a squeegee kid. No. On Quebec roads, I wouldn't take a chance.
Fuck, man. No, I wouldn't trust it either. I remember one time I tried, because Honda Civic had put not the lane assist, not the self-driving thing. I remember the first time I tried it was on like 2016 or
The lane
2017
assist?
models. Yeah, lane
What is
assist.
it? It just flashes?
So, no. So it steers.
It
just,
swerves you
it's
in
only,
between
it's,
the lanes.
It's only for the highway.
When it feels the bumps?
No. It scans the lines, and if you're going like 100 kilometers, if it's on a turn, it'll turn for you. It'll adjust the
Oh,
steering
I will
a
not.
little bit.
Oh, that's scary.
That's lane assist.
Yeah.
Bro, I tried that shit, bro. I swear to God, bro. I think my whole innards almost came out of my
I would
asshole.
think I was going to crash.
Yeah,
I can't
bro.
give you control of the car while on a big turn, too.
I don't
bro.
trust electronics.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
Fuck
Analog.
it. Everything
old
that is
school mechanic.
automized, like people that have, let's say, NFC locks on their doors, and then not even on car, homes. I've seen homes.
Yeah,
I've
not
seen
for
too
me.
many videos online of people hacking security cameras. There's this video of this husband chopping up vegetables in his kitchen, and they have a Nest camera inside, and you hear someone talk to them.
Yeah, I've
There's
seen
another
that
video
shit.
of a kid. There's a
The
camera,
baby sleeping.
The baby sleeping, and then it's
bro.
a stranger speaking to the baby.
And
like,
he was saying
"Hey,
creepy
little girl,
shit."
How are you?
bro.
Hey, how you
good?
doing, little
Nah,
girl?
bro, the future
Yeah.
is bleak, bro. Fuck no, I wouldn't trust that shit. But
Because of our winters, fucking electronics at minus 40 outside,
Yeah.
it's not going to work. So imagine you look like a fucking idiot coming back from work trying to scan your phone on your door, and it's just not working.
bro, I've seen videos of motherfuckers, car thieves, what they do is they intensify the signal from the key. They use like they have two devices. One device captures the key from the house. They go to the entrance of the door, or whatever, or window, wherever the fuck because most people leave the keys at the main hallway, right? The first hallway when you walk in, where they capture the signal of the key, grab it, the machine captures it, holds it, sends it to the other motherfucking device, and he's right next to the car. Guy unlocks the car, gets in, starts the car, takes off.
Shit.
I remember my neighbor once showed me. He's like, "Yo, can you come help me? Because you're good with technology." I was like, "Yeah, sure." So he gives me this fucking thing with buttons. It was all written in Chinese. And I was like, "What the fuck am I gonna do with this? I don't know what the fuck this is." He's like, "Oh, it's good. It's for a signal. It's to steal cars and stuff like your copy." And I'm looking at him. I go, "First of all, why do you assume that I would know how to do this?" And I don't speak Chinese. He's like, "Oh, I thought because you're good at technology." I'm like, "Why do you need this?" He's like, "I'm not gonna steal your car." And I was like,
You're safe.
"Yeah." And I was like, "God damn it, bro." But it's just a funny that he's like, "You know what this is, right? You're a technology guy with your podcasts." You know?
I feel like my dad's friends would do this. Come help me.
Yeah,
with this.
exactly.
How do you fix this?
And I was like, "Yo, is this Chinese?" He's like, "I don't fucking know." I was like, "It looks Chinese." He's like, "I ordered it from China." And I was like,
my friend's dad is a cab driver, and someone forgot. People forget their phones in the cabs, and of course, being Arab, he's not going to give them back.
But-
So he calls me. He's like, "I have around 10, 12 phones I need to unlock. Can you do something for me?" I'm like, "Do you fucking want me to lose my job?" Like,
Yeah, exactly.
What am I supposed to do for you? He's like, then there was one phone that he bought from the kid of one of his friends, and the kid was like, "Yeah, this phone is unlocked. You can use it."
It wasn't unlocked.
So he exchanged one of his old stolen phones for another stolen phone. So he calls me. He's like, "This is supposed to be unlocked, but it's not unlocked. Can you check if it's unlocked?" I verify whatever. I'm like, "Oh no, it's still locked." He's like, "This fucking piece of shit." He beat the shit out of the kid. Took back both phones.
Oh no, bro.
I've seen.
I hate Apple for that though. By the way, like years ago, do you remember? I don't think I knew you then. My girlfriend lost her password.
Yeah.
The phone's dead.
They brick the phone.
There was nothing they could do.
They brick the phone.
There was nothing she could do.
It's a security measure, man. There's no. It's not to play devil's advocate, but once you, because if I would steal your phone and you have an iPhone or an iPad, back then it was way too easy to erase it, and then it's my phone.
No, but I mean, like, because
Really?
she called in, she's like, "Can you reset my password or something?" And they're like, "No," because she had forgot her password.
Yeah.
And there was not. The phone was. You can't unlock. The phone's done. The phone was dead. It was a brand new iPhone.
You need a
yeah.
proof of purchase, and then they're going to be able to unlock it. But then if you bought your phone 5 years
Exactly.
ago, then you're
So then
fucked,
then I brought her on to the Android. She has a Google Pixel now.
Okay.
Like I said, get away from these cocksuckers.
Yeah, Apple. I don't like Apple that much, but I've seen, because I used to have customers that tell us they used to want Apple products, but
All
they
the
didn't.
time.
They didn't want to pay.
Yeah.
Right? And then they'd be like, "Yeah, I'll get one for super cheap. Watch." They'd come back, bro. The logo was a pineapple, bro. I used to die of laughter,
Well,
bro.
me, the only alternative is the Google Pixel. I don't like the Samsung. I hate all
Samsungs
that
are garbage.
shit.
Samsung, the Galaxy lines, they're good hardware, but they're fucking shitty
They're
software.
not good. The only phones to rival it's if you don't have a Pixel, get yourself like a fucking iPhone.
Yeah.
And if you don't want Apple, like me, I don't want Apple in all my shit. It's the Pixels. Anything else, bro, they're not good phones. Like
It's always been like this, by the way. I used to be a huge fan of Pixels before I started buying Apple products because I prefer the ecosystem. But I was always a big Pixel fan because using my Samsung, the battery would drain instantly.
Dude, they have all this bloatware, all these stupid apps on there.
Yeah.
The fucking Pixel's clean.
Yep. It's the most native product.
Yeah,
that you
it's
have.
the most. I fucking love the Pixel. But if it wasn't the Pixel,
Another one that they had, but they're no longer good. The HTCs were also good.
HTC One was good. The H7 also, but now I think they just they went under. I think LG stopped making phones.
LG stopped making phones.
LG recently stopped making phones because nobody was buying them.
I saw something in the chat and I just want to see what the fuck have they been talking about, because now I see in the chat. I wonder sometimes it's better to be a nationalist, Julian said. I don't know what the conversation was. National. Well, I'll tell you something about it, because nationalism has turned into a bad word. It's not a problem with you being a nationalist in the sense of you loving your nation and you want to move. Like, it's just that now we apply that to extremes. So just because someone in his rhetoric also loves his nation, you're like, he's a nationalist. It's like, yeah, but he's a white nationalist, like, you know. But you know, so if you're talking about nationalism as the sense of the word, like you're pro your country, well, that's what you would want to vote for, right? You want to vote for someone that's pro the country that they're in. It's just now we associate it. It's like feminism.
With avec l'extrême, with the extremes of like, if you're a nationalist, then oh no, you're too much on the left, you're too much on the right. Then no, absolutely not. It shouldn't be that way.
Absolutely, yeah. Like feminism. Feminism was a good thing. Feminism was to bring women to an equal playing ground, make sure they could vote when they work. They get now it's turned into, when you say feminism, it's fuck dudes.
Yeah.
But that's not what it was supposed to mean.
Yeah.
Feminism was supposed to be like, yeah, bring them up, not to bring them over. Everyone's on the same level. So it's just how you use words in society. It changes everything.
I blame the purple hair bitches.
for feminism, ruining the good name of feminism.
Yeah.
No, I think all that shit's. I think it's everyone's fault. All of us were responsible because we all accept it. No one ever comes out and says, like conservatism, right? Like conservatives, somewhere down along the line, the last 4 or 5 years, conservatism became the same as racism or right, like extreme right wing, and we just all accepted it and we grouped it in the same thing. But it's not the same thing, But we just grouped it in. We're like, that's what it is. It's the media said it's simpler that way.
Sugar Sammy, by the way, came out and he's like, by the way, I'm a conservative. Financially speaking, I'm a conservative.
Same.
Socially speaking, I'm more
liberal. Because we're Canadian. Canadian, that's what we want to be safe with the economy.
He's the first. He's the first star in Quebec, also that I've heard openly saying it. By the way, I'm conservative.
But he used the actual words so that people understand. But same thing with being liberal, because we're all liberal, right? Liberals. But the way it is now, if you say liberal, somehow it puts you into a communist thing, which communists are not liberal. It's the least liberal thing is communism.
It's true. Yeah.
So it's just the way we group things, I guess, to simplify for idiots. But then it makes everyone an idiot because then you're fighting over semantics.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm a liberal. You fucking communist. You're like, no, liberal. Liberty. I want to be, it's crazy. It's crazy the way we
I want you to be free to have access to health. I want you to be free to have access to
everything.
Whatever, education, whatever it is.
Whatever the fuck you want. That and socialism. Like we use social, social democracy, all this and that. They're all fucking different words and stuff. But socialism at its core, to be social and to help in society, is not a bad thing. The way it's being used sometimes is used stupidly. Obviously, like here we see our problems. Socialism, we could use it for good here. And then we see our healthcare system when there's 20 people in a hospital, they can't handle it. Then we know that socialism isn't the issue. The issue is the way our funds were allocated. No. So it's not the fact that we have the hospital available that's the problem. That's a good thing.
It's the people managing the money.
The people managing the money that's the problem against the government. But they're going to blame the form of government. But it's not. It's the actual government that's the problem. The fact that I pay taxes isn't the issue. No. The issue is that I give you taxes and then you fuck me on them. You don't help where you're supposed to. That's the issue.
And then you fight between yourselves instead of looking at the government and being like,
fight between yourselves.
Whether you're conservative or liberal, that's not a problem. Look who the fuck is managing the money in the back.
They make us fight about language and the word pasta.
Even race, they make that's the best thing is you throw that in. You make people fight over race because they can't change it. You can't change your race. Yeah. So it's something to keep you fighting. But it's all mean. They don't give a shit. Like Chris Cuomo, CNN, he came out and said police reform is only going to happen when white kids start dying. He said. When white kids start getting killed. First of all, white kids do, like all kids get, the cops aren't out there just looking for black guys, right? Yeah. And you are part of the class that is in charge, right? His brother's fucking, governor of fucking New York. You're
touching little girls or something?
Yeah, well, they're all fucking touching. But you guys are the class that can actually implement reform. You're not doing it. It's not the white person's fault or the black person's fault. It's you. You're in charge. You can do it. That's like a CEO of a company being like, it's not going to work out. You're not going to get raises until you guys give yourselves raises.
It's actually
I can't give myself a raise. You're in charge of giving.
It's exactly if someone was like, you know what? I wish someone here would give you guys a raise. And then you were just like.
And then you walk out. You're like, it sucks. And
his Ferrari just closes the door. He's like, you fucking. I wish someone would.
Yeah.
Nobody does.
You're fucking. You're in charge.
Did you see that tweet? There was a guy. There was a doctor that used to always answer Trump's tweets. Dr. Eugene, I don't know if you've seen his tweets. Anyways, every single one of Trump's tweets, there was two guys that was always answering. There was this actor or director, and there's this other doctor. And that Dr. Eugene Wu or something, he's Asian, tweeted the most absurd shit I've ever seen in my whole life.
Oh God, what was it?
Black on Asian crime is motivated due to white supremacy, reducing the black man's position in society to the point where they get aggravated, and that's how they lash out on other people around
That's
them.
An interesting
and
leap.
He was getting fucking destroyed in the tweets by black people. They're like, how the fuck? Why, first of all, why are you minimizing our own will of... you're saying that a black man is not conscious enough to be able to take their own decisions.
No, it's just white people tell them.
It's white people telling black people, hey, you're lower than you are, and then they're like, oh, what the fuck? I'm going to punch an Asian woman in the face right now.
It doesn't make any sense.
How the fuck does this work? So you had black people saying, like, how the fuck are you appropriating this for us? And it's someone that, it's an educated man. He's a fucking doctor. He's a surgeon sitting in his living room going like, this is my take.
Title does not dictate behavior, by the way. Just because you're a doctor doesn't mean you could be
I would suspect you to have a bit of logic.
You think, but you could be good at something like a skill. You could be the best mechanic, the best doctor, the best surgeon, let's say. You know everything about you're very good, but it doesn't mean that when you apply that brain to something else, you're going to have the same logical take. Because a lot of this shit is subjective too. Like I don't know how the fuck that doctor grew up, and how he sees black people or white people. So a lot of that takes into it plays into it.
Yeah.
How you grew up around you. Like if you grew up with a lot of racist people around you and shit like that, you're gonna end up, even if you're a smart person, having weird racist thoughts that you don't know where they come from. You don't know where they come from, but it's just from the upbringing, right?
We had things that we had to,
You have to unload. You have to unload. But you learn. But some people, they hold on to them because they're like, I'm a smart person. If I know this, I have to hold on to it. They're not willing to learn.
Yeah.
They're not willing to be like, maybe I was wrong about this. They don't want to admit it. Like, how can I be wrong? I'm a fucking doctor.
Yeah.
I'm not saying all doctors. Most doctors are use their
But
fucking
then you
head.
would suspect a doctor that has if you have the level of IQ where you're able to, let's say, you'd be more surprised hearing this from a doctor than you would be hearing this from fucking
A villager.
Like I would expect it from a vet, but not a real doctor.
Exactly.
No, I know. Yeah,
Or like a Cairo or
a
something.
chiro. Yeah, maybe a chiro has some weird beliefs.
We have against Kairos, bro.
Loves chiros. So that's what I think. I think it's surprising to hear a doctor say shit like that, but it doesn't surprise me anymore, dude. I've seen such crazy shit on Twitter.
Yeah.
Dude, it's just people in general. They get mad, and then I have people in comments it's so funny. They'll get mad at something in Tujik minimum, and be like, "You guys are wrong about this," and then what we're mad about, they'll agree with. They'll be like, "You guys are wrong about this. I don't like your take," and then right after, be like, "I do agree that this and this was wrong of them." No, but I'm like, so wait, you agree that to be mad at what we said we're mad about, but we're wrong because it doesn't make any sense. Like they just react. They
react
and they type
way too quickly.
Yeah.
That's the problem. It's that they'll read a headline or this is what's fucked up with influencers is that they have too much power in the sense that someone with too big of a reach is able to say anything that they want on their platform, and people will, let's say out of an 8-minute video of an influencer telling and there was this influencer that during the protest, her argument was, someone told me that they usually pay people in protests to start breaking windows, so they discredit the main angle, which sometimes it does happen.
It happens all the time.
All the time.
However,
do you think someone paid Mahmoud and Jean-Baptiste, fucking little Arab kids
that's
and
what
little fucking immigrant kids to break windows?
But that's what I was saying. I go, normally you could see it, the way they're dressed and everything. They did it with Black Lives Matter. You could see that.
CIA agents that are wearing a black cap and a hoodie, and they're like, I'm one of you guys, and they're fucking buff, and here
the cops do it, and they're wearing the same, and then they go behind the police line. They're wearing the same boots as the cops. They're friendly. So here you see it. But in this case, that's what I said. In this case, I'm watching the video. I said last week on the morning, I go, well, it's mostly little Arab kids. And then also they should stop saying their fucking names, because I don't think what they did was right, but also it would suck for them to get arrested and fuck up their life now because like, hey, Momo, viens ici. It's like, dude, if they see your hair, they see who you are, they see these videos your friend tagged you in,
they know.
And then your name is Mohammed and they're calling you Momo in the thing, it's very easy to build a case against you. Stop saying your fucking real names. So you see that it was kids doing it. So no, it wasn't. That's a weird thing to say. I understand there wasn't all of them.
No, but
there was thousands of people downtown, and there was like 30 to 100 people that were breaking shit. I get that it's not everyone.
But the argument of someone told me, this is not an argument. If you want to start pushing this, let's say this angle, check research, pull your sources out. Researches. Someone told me that this is what happens. Did you see that white influencer that got shoved by a cop?
No, I haven't watched anything about the protest. I saw the windows breaking on Sunday, and I got mad.
On the La Commune, there's this row of cops. They're with the shields and they're fucking pissed. They're
the riot squad.
They're ready to fucking beat the shit out of people. And you have this white girl that just tries to cut in the middle. She tries to cut through the line of cops just ready to ram people.
What a dummy.
And she gets pushed, and she's crying on her stories. She's like in her car or back home. She's like, I was pushed and there was injustice. You see in the videos, there's a huge row of cops just clearing out the path. And she tries to cut. I was just trying to get to my car. Get the fuck out of the way.
Yes, but some people panic though sometimes, eh?
Panic what, bro? If I see a bunch of cops running with shields, even though I'm not doing anything, I'm not going to try to
but you don't know. Women, bro, sometimes they can't think straight. You know what I mean? No, it's a joke. It's a joke. But nah, I get it, bro. You know, they're out of the kitchen, bro, and fucking panic, bro.
I can't tell if they're fighting for real or not. Mr. Kabalal is calling Joey LaFlamme a racist in the chat. Joey
LaFlamme sounds like a...
You must be mad that you cannot apply for the clan in Canada.
Joey LaFlamme sounds like a very racist American name.
No, they're Canadians, bro. They're all from here. They're all Quebecers, bro.
Did something happen in the chat?
I'm trying to look back now. The problem is everybody writes. So he says, the N-word, come on, sounds like a project. The Anunnaki will make us sell slaves. Oh, are they talking about aliens, bro? Fuck, I missed alien talk, and then it turned into Joey is a racist, but I can't see what he said.
These fucking
He's
aliens
racist
are.
towards the Anunnaki.
You guys have to stick together. Don't let these aliens bring them.
I don't think it would let you because it normally blocks all that shit. So I don't think it would let you write racist
all
shit.
it would take for the whole world to band together is, I think you've said this, just an alien invasion.
Didn't they just confirm? Wasn't those UFO
Oh, the
sightings
Pentagon.
just
Well, they've been
Pentagon?
confirming for a while. But it doesn't. Here's the thing about stupid. I've said the same thing. I thought that aliens would unite everyone. Now I don't even know anymore. Now I don't even know anymore because people are so fucking stupid. In the chat, they're calling each other racist. Like, I don't know. I have no fucking idea.
I feel like an alien invasion wouldn't go well because a lot of people would be like, "These are not real aliens. This is not real.
Yeah.
This is not happening. Nobody's dying."
The goddamn Arabs are pretending get the Arabs. Like it's so I have no idea what it's gonna take. What it's gonna take. I always thought it was education. I always thought that that's what it was. But now I don't know anymore because
No, positive doesn't bring people together. That's not how it works.
the what?
Like bettering education in the sense.
Yeah, because I thought like if you learn well, you could tell that these are barriers that don't make any sense.
But a lot of people don't want to learn. Whereas if it's something negative hitting you in the face, you don't have a choice but to bind together.
But then can that last?
Yeah.
If you're forced to be with someone, or if you just understand that there's like, you know how title doesn't dictate behavior. Just because someone's a doctor doesn't mean he's a good person. Doesn't mean he's a bad. It doesn't. It's the same thing with race. Until you speak to a person, you have zero idea what they think.
Yeah.
The race isn't gonna. You don't know how they grew up or whatever. You have zero idea. So until people realize that not everyone that looks thinks that, you know what I mean? That's education, no?
Yeah.
Isn't that education? Like you
It's
learn.
education, but it's I mean, it's not the traditional form of education. But how are you going to globalize this? How are you going to go in, let's say, Afghanistan and try to get these extremists, or even in the deep south or whatever it is, to get the kids to grow up being more open-minded? It would come from education, but I feel like if aliens show up and start shooting everybody, maybe this is the first step for education. Have you watched The Green Book?
Wait, they're saying inside that Joey was using the N-word loosely.
Oh shit!
What do you mean? Like he was calling black guys the N-word? It says, no, I used it as a joke. You can DM me. He's telling me if you want to talk. I don't know. I didn't see the podcast. I don't know how he used it, but I don't know. I mean,
it was on a podcast.
I don't know, but I don't think like legit, like an actual racist. I don't think they would enjoy this podcast.
Okay.
So like, I don't. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I don't think racists would be happy with this show, with the shit we do, with the people I put on. So I doubt it. But I don't know. Maybe he used it to Mr. Kabbalal's liking. I don't know. It'd be funny if Mr. Kabbalal's not even a black guy. That would make it racist. It's like, you don't tell them how to feel. I don't know anymore. They're mad at each other. They're beefing in the chat. Yeah, you guys should talk to each other in the DMs. Figure it out.
Yeah. Or pay for the super chat and then...
No, not this. They shouldn't pay for the super chat to fight over this, especially...
Or let's schedule a celebrity boxing match. This is what's going to...
No, we don't know if you can DM me if you want to talk, he's saying. So I don't know. He's saying, dude, he didn't say anything racist. But the other guy's saying, well, you've been dropping some N-bombs. So, and I don't know what the fuck they're talking about, so I can't be like, well, he used it jokingly. I don't fucking know. Like but I don't know.
By the way, speaking of aliens, I had seen an interesting movie.
Wouldn't a racist hate the Lebanese guy in the middle of the screen? Yeah, and the Greek guys. Yeah.
That's true. But I saw it had an interesting plot. It was basically these aliens that invaded the Earth.
Yeah.
And then
Wait, that was your idea?
No. It was a movie.
Okay,
the movie
movie,
was
okay,
garbage.
okay.
For the record, movie was garbage, but the plot. It was poorly executed. The plot was good. It was poorly executed. It was basically these aliens that they invade Earth and shit, and they and then something happens. They catch a virus and they turn good. They start helping out the humans and they become part of the population.
Is it a movie or a show?
It's a movie. They become part of the population on Earth. They start helping.
The aliens become part of the population.
But they still look like aliens.
They still look like aliens, yes.
Yeah.
And then there's a virus outbreak in the year that it happens. They don't explain the war, what happened. You just launch right into the middle of the shit. There's a virus, and then it starts changing some of the aliens back to their old selves, their evil selves. So now they have to. There's an elite group of humans with one or two aliens, and they have to get in an alien spaceship. They figured out how to use alien technology and shit, and they have to go back to their home planet and destroy something because it's from there with the mothership. Like that was an interesting.
The virus turns
plot.
them good.
The bad again.
Bad. Okay, so but initially the virus turns them good.
No, there was no virus initially. They just turned good over time because they lost their connection to the mother hive or some type of shit. And then there was a virus in the movie that basically makes them turn evil again.
These goddamn humans always thinking they're the best.
But the goddamn Pentagon came out now, and like you said, the disclosed thing. They said, yeah, these are declassified. We don't know what these UFOs are.
Yeah.
Again, are they doing this now to distract us from all the fuckery that's happening?
The COVID fuckery, or even trying to
Well, the
fucking
COVID,
Boko
because
Haram this shit,
everything's all that
Epstein
now.
this shit,
All
yeah.
the news is all that. So maybe
I mean, in the States, apparently it's very different. I have friends that live in Texas, and
me too. I have
apparently
friends that live in Texas, and
they
it's
don't even
open.
they don't even mention Corona anymore on the news. It's something very small. That's they don't announce the cases. There's no.
However, there's two things that they have the advantage over. The rollout of vaccines there was way better than like here. It's embarrassing. There it was like a machine, bro. They know what they're doing.
Damn.
Also, even before that, they were way more ready to be open. They were still going out there. While here, we were freaking out. In Texas, I remember my friends, they're like, no, we're eating at restaurants. We're going out. We're doing our thing. So it's been different. That's why I said I can't understand when they... Remember when they took out the mask mandate, all that, and they said cases went down? That's why I said I don't get this at all. I can't quantify how
Did
this
the
works.
cases actually go down?
The reported cases went down, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how that works, though. I can't...
More people vaccinated.
Maybe. I have no idea. In my head, I can't make heads or tails of it. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I'm not smart enough to understand this.
I don't
But
know.
50%, Mademoiselle says 50% of adults in the USA are vaccinated.
They're fucking rolling out quick. It's
Wow.
like a
Fuck, bro. That's amazing.
It's
Bro.
1 to 2 million vaccines a day.
Say what you will about Trump, bro, but that fucking, because this is that whole Operation Warp Speed.
Yeah.
His team did good. His fucking team
We're
did-
seeing it now.
We're
You
seeing
can
it
go
now.
fucking buy a pack of smokes, and then in the bathroom, they just shoot you a vaccine, Johnson & Johnson. Get
Dude, the
fuck outta
U.S.
here.
is very efficient. The U.S. is very
heroin.
efficient.
Yeah.
When they're left to their own devices and they could stop fucking fighting each other
Yeah.
and just focus on innovation moving forward, dude, these guys innovate.
They're going to open back up 100% before us. So that's no
Oh
question
yeah,
asked.
look at us now. We have a
question
curfew, bro. we're in the Middle Ages.
Are we the only? No, in France they have the curfew too. I'm not sure if they kept it in the other
Dude, in
countries.
France, there's more behind the curfew than that. My friends, they're also doing it to try to reduce crime, bro. They have their own problems.
Yes,
with
but
it.
my
have
friend
other
sent me
issues, bro.
pictures. My friend sent me. He lives in France. He sent me pictures after the curfew ended. The parks are full. Nobody's inside. They're like, fuck it. The curfew is just subjective.
And yeah, I don't think you could drop the N-bomb in the chat, by the way, because they're like, is someone dropping it? I think YouTube blocks that stuff.
Try it out.
By the way, in Texas,
They could, but I think it's going to block them. We won't be able to see it.
I think in Texas they passed a new law that you can open carry firearms without a license now.
They're trying to pass it.
Or they're trying to pass it. I thought they had.
By the way,
passed
but that was also...
That's smart.
but basically, I read that because the headline was misleading. They made it seem like you don't need you just go get a gun.
That's not the case.
That's not the case. You still need, like, basically, in order to get a gun, they still need to do the background checks. Like, no, it's just that because it's a right. Right there, it's a right. Like anybody, as long as you're not crazy, you're not a criminal, you have you pass the background check, you're legally allowed to get it. But even though you're legally allowed to get it, they would make you pay for another license to carry on you. Now all they're doing is eliminating that. That's what they're doing. So I thought it was like, holy fuck, now anybody could just go buy a gun. But it's the same rules apply, just that you don't have to pay for the extra license to get it. That's what it is.
You can. So theoretically, now you need to have a license to own and a license to carry.
First of all, they need to do a background check, and I think you still need to take. I'm not sure about Texas, but I know here you have to take classes. I don't know about Texas, but in Texas you needed, even though it's your right, even though you passed the background check, you still need a license to carry it.
But what's good about
The
taking
license?
that license out?
Well, the
about
license,
removing it?
The license mostly it's because it's good for the government because it's extra money. It's a license, but then the reason they're removing it is because they go, well, constitutionally, it's it's a right. It's not a privilege.
Yeah.
It's not like cars where it's a privilege of getting a license. They go, well, technically, if I pass I'm not crazy and I have the background check, it's a right. Why are you adding a license to a right? So they argued it enough where they're like, all right, let's try to pass this. That's what it was. But the way I read it, I was like, fuck, because the way they were selling it was like, now anybody could just go in, grab a gun, and start shooting. But it's
Shouldn't
the
they
same
be-
rules still apply, just that you don't have to pay for an extra license.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they should be focusing on lowering the price of insulin before that shit.
Yeah.
If you have diabetes, you're fucking dying if you don't have insurance. There's no questions about that.
The U.S. is weird.
US is great, bro.
No.
Everybody copies them, and they're like,
I don't
the US
disagree.
is weird. We just like to dress like them, do what they do,
Trying to move there.
trying to move there, but it sucks.
Work with
illegally
people there.
even.
All right, Joker, calm the fuck down.
I would love to live in Texas, bro.
You would?
I think I'd love it. Texas or Florida.
I need a bit of French. I need a. There's a new,
Joker, what are you doing, bro? You want me to fucking block you from the chat?
What's
What are you
going
doing,
on?
bro?
What's he saying? What's he
type
saying?
malakias, bro.
Tile.
What do you think he typed in all caps?
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
let him pass.
He did it in like different words.
Oh, like oh shit.
Yeah, it's just dirty. What are you doing, bro? What kind of games are you fucking playing, bro?
Oh shit.
Fucking putting your ass in timeout, bro.
Call up Smano Agrapsa.
Yeah, bro. Dirty. I have placed him in timeout.
You're on timeout.
Yeah, it's just offensive, bro. People,
He's a regular?
Someone, I guess, but someone fucking message deleted by Pantelis comedy. Yeah, bro. Somebody comes in the chat now. They don't fucking know, bro. I
That's
don't
the
like
first
that
thing
shit.
that they see.
Yeah,
They're like,
bro,
his
that's-
fan base is fantastic.
Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful
He makes
fan
everyone else look bad. Yeah. And we also get in trouble. You know that, right? YouTube rules.
Really?
You're responsible for what's in your chat.
Oh, are you serious? I didn't know that.
You
Oh,
get
yeah,
flagged for
good,
that?
good,
Yeah,
good.
of course.
How the
If
fuck are
someone-
you responsible?
Don't you remember this whole argument? There was the same with a lot of people's chats. They're like, I don't even look at the chat. Like some people don't look, they don't interact with the chat.
Really?
Yeah, they do it as a way to make people scared to fuck over the shows they like, so they stop writing crazy shit.
Which it could be. I mean, it sucks for the creator, but if it's a way of trying to control that shit.
They just trying to piss off Kabbalal. Yeah, but you pissed me off. You pissed me off too, and you pissed off fucking other fans too. What do you think? I don't have black fans? Is that what you think?
You know
I'll
what?
tell you right now, that's fucking wrong.
And you pissed
A
me
lot
off.
of black fans,
And
and you
pi-
pissed Poseidon off
Yeah,
too.
you pissed me off. And I'm the type of person to, when you go to bed at night, I'm under your bed if you piss me off. So
That's
Whether you piss me off or not, I'm under your bed.
It's-
I'm under your bed mad.
it's just dirty, bro. It's dirty.
no.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's pretty low. I've never
Yeah.
left a. First of all, I've never left a comment on any.
You know,
It's not even that. It's not even about the business. It's not even Flag Cat. It just bugs me that it's like, let's say someone comes in the chat, doesn't have the context of them fighting with each other. All you do is you make them feel bad.
It might look like you're promoting something. And
Yeah,
just
or
typing
not
it
even.
up,
I don't
yeah.
even care about it. Look at me. Me,
Yeah.
I care more about somebody walking in. He's like, oh, okay, I'm not welcome here.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking dirty. Yeah.
by the way, I've always been worried about commenting stuff in fear of looking like a complete dumbass.
It must be an uphill battle.
I have laughed way too many times at people commenting dumb shit. So now I have this weird fear of ever
Someone's
comment.
watching.
Even if I want to comment something nice, I'm like, but what if I look like a dummy? So I'm always worried about.
I mean, how can you look like a dummy commenting something like, "Oh, that was funny"?
No, but this shit's also childish because here's the difference with and I've talked about it with podcasters here. They will ask me for advice and stuff, and I always tell them the same thing because a lot of them they want to try to. I'm gonna be edgy. If you're trying to be edgy, that's not edgy. You look like a geek. Do your thing. Be you. It's gonna be fine because your opinions in general, dude. Your opinions on mayonnaise could piss somebody off enough. It doesn't matter. You're gonna piss somebody off. If you're yourself, you're gonna piss someone off. You don't have to go the extra mile and try to be edgy. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's,
If you try too hard to be edgy, this is the fine line between cringe and being. I'm not going to say genius because there's so much more before becoming a genius. But you have people that go up on stage, especially knowing comedians that go up and they're like pedophiles, and then they start doing pedophile jokes, and you're like, this is just not good. You're trying to be.
You're trying too hard.
You're trying to
Yeah.
do dark humor. You're trying to do rape jokes. They're just not working.
Yeah, it would be like remember when we had Ellen Boudreau on the French cast?
Yeah.
Like she was kept popping up her tits, and I kept trying to change the subject to bring it back. The podcast worked because it's edgy. She pulled him out, but it was a regular show. If the whole show was like, all right, take shots, take him out, and I was forcing it, people would be like, this is weird. He's just forcing chicks
Fucking
to
weird.
show their tits. Do you see the difference?
Of course it is.
It's there's a huge difference. Anyways, I just didn't like that because he's just basically pissing off like a good percent of our fans. Provoking for no reason. Like they didn't do anything to him. They're watching the show. They didn't say anything racist to him.
Yeah.
That's the word I was looking for. The people that get paid to provoke.
Agent provocateur.
Agent provocateur.
yeah.
No, this guy's not an agent provocateur. He just made it was just a dummy. He thought it was going to be funny. Look, I got away with it, but it's just a dummy move.
Amateur move. Did you guys watch the Jake Paul Ben Askren fight?
I watched, yeah. I didn't like it.
I didn't.
First of all, Askren went in there at 367 pounds.
I saw the picture. I'm like, this guy is just in for the bag, and then he's getting the fuck out of here. Which the first hit, how long did it last? I just saw the clip where he's getting knocked out.
Jake Paul got knocked
I saw the whole thing.
No, Ben Askren got knocked out.
Yeah. But it wasn't a real knock. He got up, and then the ref
got
counted,
up.
and he wouldn't let him. He's
But
like,
did you see that video where he's walking out
was
of
laughing.
the ring? He's laughing, and his wife is hugging him, and they're like,
because they made a good.
they made $1 million easy.
Well, he didn't care. That's why he didn't train. He's like, if he punches me hard enough, I'm gonna go down. I don't give a shit. I'll just take the money.
I'll
And
just
leave.
take the money. My debts are paid. Everything's.
But
fucking
he
fantastic.
should have fucking tried to fight out because everybody wanted to see Jake Paul get knocked out. Because now Jake Paul basically fights nobodies. And he's like, I'm an undefeated boxer. And he's not a bad boxer, by the way. The kid's
boxer.
training.
He's
the
a
kid's
good striker.
He's a good striker. But it would be nice to see him face someone who actually wants to fight.
Yeah.
And that
I don't
could
think
fight.
it's gonna happen soon. I feel either the next fight or the fight after, because this is at this point you're fighting two retired. It's people. Ben Askren was big in the UFC.
Yeah, Ben Askren just wanted to collect the paycheck. I don't blame him.
Exactly.
I don't
You
blame
want
him.
to fight someone who doesn't need the paycheck. Actually, I mean, I'm not sure if Ben Askren needs the paycheck, but
No.
you want to fight someone who wants to kick the shit out of you,
Somebody who's hungry.
who's hungry.
Yeah.
He should. Well, actually, it wouldn't sell tickets, but if he would fight a pro amateurs, as someone who's trying to get into the pro level, that wouldn't sell the tickets though. The Triller needs to sell tickets, make some bank. Because I mean, this guy's a fucking cash cow.
Yeah.
This kid sells tickets.
Of course, bro. And people are buying tickets to this to see him get knocked out. People who hate him are paying money.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Would you do a celebrity boxing fight against?
I
Mike?
would. Yeah, not against Mike. Mike's my boy, bro. I would do it against like Justin Trudeau because he's already done it.
That was such a specific
Bro.
example. If I want to beat the shit out of someone famous, that would be Justin
No.
Trudeau.
The reason why I said it is because we're both in Canada.
Yeah.
Justin Trudeau already did it. So I feel like he'd be down. He did it against an old man, so why not do it against a young guy?
Okay.
So that's why I said
you ever
Justin
boxed?
Trudeau. Who, me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Not street fights. I'm talking boxing.
No, we've even when I was doing my training, I'm going back with Nick soon, Drosos, to do my training. Even when I started with him, and I hadn't fought in years, and he said the same thing. He's like, "Oh fuck, goddamn, you got the power, you got the
Good strikes.
yeah, you got good strikes." And I said, "I know, but I never wanted to."
You know how to move your weight.
Yeah,
That's all
Yeah.
you need to know. You don't know how to move your weight.
yeah, but it would take me at least a year to get into actual shape.
Oh yeah.
I'd
The-
be
the
tired by
cardio
this.
is what
Yeah,
fucks you
it's
up.
like bro, the card is intense, bro. People always think it's easy. Even
Oh, no.
now, let's say when I was going to train with Nick, bro,
Fight
he's
2 minutes,
making
you're
me
fucking exhausted.
2 minutes of just punching, and I'm shaking. And he's like, "Okay, gotta take 30 seconds, get back up." Dude, it's a
it's
lot, bro.
intense, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Jake Paul, his body, the work he does, the way he's, dude, this guy's putting in work. Okay, his attitude, everybody hates him. He's a piece of garbage.
It's his persona.
But it's his persona too. I think he's doing it. Obviously, he's a bit of a cunt, but I think most of it, he does it because he's like, I'm not stupid. I have limited time. I'm going to make my fucking money. I'm going to be hated. I'm going to be that guy. Like Vince McMahon. Dude, Vince McMahon built that character to be hated in order to sell those storylines.
That's how it works. Conor McGregor, he was loved, but he always had this douchey attitude.
Yeah.
But I
And then
feel
you
like
watch
it fit
one-
him well, the arrogance. Like you didn't want to hate him.
Who?
McGregor. It made you laugh a lot. It
Yeah,
made
I
you-
didn't want to. It's weird. I didn't want to hate him. Like,
But it was still he was playing the villain.
he was
Yeah,
playing the
of
villain.
course.
Tekashi 6ix9ine playing the villain.
Yeah.
Did you watch that HBO documentary?
About who?
Tekashi, that Showtime documentary. Tekashi
Is it good?
6ix9ine. It's fucking good. You see him. By the way, everything to the smallest detail is engineered. It's all his. Of
course, I know.
He's a marketing genius.
Tekashi.
Tekashi's a fucking marketing genius. You see him starting out. He was never into rap. He was initially into rock, punk, that type of music.
Really?
And he was starting out, and he was realizing that he wasn't getting enough clout. So that's when he started the rainbow hair.
Really?
It's like, this would be my way to get attention. And then he's like, okay, what's the second thing that you need other than catching the eye? You need street cred. So he started hooking up with Blood Gang. So then once he started hooking up with
And
them,
they banged his girlfriend.
so before they started banging his girlfriend, you see that he starts going into that environment and he's using their environment. He would be shooting someone else's video. And then he's like, oh, by the way, I'm going to shoot my video at the same time. So then he shoots his video with people that don't know him. So that video where he's in the street and there's a bunch of bloods around him and he's throwing his scarf, nobody knows him. They were just around because they respected his manager. So then people were just here. They're like, okay, we're filming at that grandmother's place.
Yeah.
They're all around on the block. So nobody was actually there to protect him. And that's how he started gaining his clout.
Really?
Dude, look, I already said before that he must have, because he's not you could smack him around. He's not a tough kid or
No,
anything.
he's not a tough
so
kid.
he must have been smart at, that's why you don't know sometimes. He didn't go to school for any of that. He just realized I have an opportunity. Let me take it.
Yeah.
But you know, 50 Cent had warned him about it, and he didn't listen, and it got him the situation.
Yeah, because 50 Cent told him, I think at some point, because he had made it big enough where
He didn't need
he's
to do
selling
that
tickets.
anymore.
He could have stopped.
Yeah.
And 50 Cent told him, stop, it's going to get you in trouble. Just continue selling your tickets. Just now be the character minus the starting shit with everyone you see.
Yeah.
And instead, he's like, who wants to test my gangster? What city you in? I'll come break you. He started, fuck this guy, fuck that guy. And then people that could actually hurt him.
Yeah.
So he started making it. He took it too far.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He believed his own hype.
But
There
he
you
fucked. He fucked in the end his own. Well, he fucked his own people. I mean,
They fucked him.
They fucked him.
By the way, I think it sucks that he ratted them out, but I've said this on many occasions. These are not people that were loyal to him. Of
course
The
not.
people he ratted out are the people that tried to kill him, that kidnapped him, that fucked his girlfriend,
Yeah.
and robbed him. Those are the people that he traded his freedom for. Basically, he's like,
He put these people in place though.
Yeah.
The guy that became the CEO of the label, Shadi, was one of the most notorious blood gang member in all of Brooklyn, New York, or whatever it is. So that's you put these people in place. You're fucking around. You're using these people for your own clout. It's going to fire. It's going to backfire in your face.
You gotta have a contract with these guys. You gotta let them know. You gotta let them know what's what.
Well, they were covering him. That's why he was able to talk all his shit, because he was covered by the people around him. But in the end, it fucking never works out the way that you want.
No, I didn't like how. I don't know. I didn't like this kid. What bothered me was that he took it too far, and he could have kept a lower profile and been a millionaire, and no one wants to kill him. And now he can never really live free.
Not really. I mean, from
it's a shitty life.
From his fame, anyways,
security always.
No, but also because of his fucking face. Even if this guy decides to go to Guatemala, someone's gonna see his face with his fucking tattoos and rat him out.
Wouldn't they have shot him by now? If someone actually wanted to kill him, wouldn't they have shot him by now?
Have you seen how he lives now?
Unless
he rents those $1 million. No, hold on. He rents those fucking places. There's cops. Cops are helping him not get killed.
Yeah,
bro.
Poseidon's gonna say something dumb, but he thinks
Bro,
it's what?
Unless he's
all
such a marketing genius.
It's all fake.
It's all fugazi.
Yeah, the judge in New York, the New York system, all that.
That's real.
But the shit talking.
But he paid off blood gang members to pretend that they want to kill him and shit. Like
they.
I mean, he did jail time. He did jail time, and people wanted to kill him.
Yeah, and they all.
Well, actually, they kidnapped him, and they were able to track him. So what happened is,
and all the people that he put in jail, they're just faking it in jail. Poseidon.
No, but he was already a rat. He was already a rat. The day he got arrested, the next day he did his plea deal and he started snitching people. So they had cameras. The FBI was tracking that blood gang. So it was collateral damage that he ended up in jail.
Yeah.
It's just he's the one that brought the federal agents into that gang, and they were able to dismantle them because they were trying to crack down on them and they weren't able. And there's this kid with rainbow hair that just shows up, fucking puppets the whole thing around, and then there were cameras in that day he got kidnapped. They were beating the shit out of him. They took him out of the car.
Really?
And then it was the driver that called the cops, and they're like, Takashi just got kidnapped, and they ended up finding the other car, and by fucking God knows how, he opened the door and he ran away. And that's it was. They stole his chain. They beat the shit out of him, and then that's how they ended up catching him.
They banged his girlfriend.
He banged his girlfriend.
Fucking guy, bro.
But it's about the energy, right? If you put out energy, you're not like he was explaining this in the book. That's not
who's he?
50 Cent. That isn't really you.
Mm-hmm.
People are gonna realize it eventually.
Yeah, but you don't, bro. You're trying to make it seem deep. It's not deep.
No, it's not.
People,
I never said it.
Yeah,
was
no,
really
not even.
fucked up
I mean,
shit.
in general, people could tell a phony.
Yeah.
That's why podcasts started surpassing radio.
Yeah.
People don't like the feeling of a character pretending to be real to them like they're children. They want to know the real you. That's why radio, after a while, people start getting, hey, look, we're good. And you don't know the person's real opinion. They just spew whatever the network is telling them to spew, and people shift away from it.
Have you ever done a radio spot?
What do you mean radio spot?
Have you ever been interviewed or went with someone that got interviewed?
Many times, yeah.
It's the fucking most awkward.
It's the most annoying thing.
I used to work in PR, so I had to do press runs with comedians, actors, whatever it is. You'd be sitting down in the station. Let's say you're the host of the radio show. The talent would be sitting down here. You walk in, the host would look at the talent and be like, all right.
Yeah.
And then they just wait.
Yeah.
It's radio silence, by the way, for when the commercials are running. The second you see that red light turn on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so happy to be here with Poseidon. Poseidon, a comedian that is performing at Just for Laughs. Poseidon, you are hilarious, my friend. I just need to let you know the light would turn off.
You just ignored me for 10 minutes, you son of a bitch.
The light would turn off and then barely say, hi, thank you so much for coming, or whatever it is. Bye.
Oh, Jesus
That's it.
Christ.
Nothing. It's just silence. Nobody's talking. It's like 7 a.m. Everybody's fucking tired of being there. It's some of the...
They don't want you there. They're
fakest
mad that you're there. It's
TV
fucking
spots.
weird.
Oh, that was hilarious when we used to do sort of not CTV2, but what the fuck was it called? That station. There's a small station on McGill Street. Anyways, the hosts there. First of all, you're host of a morning show in Montreal on TV. There's maybe 100 grandmothers watching your show, max.
That's why you gotta leave and go work at CJD.
Because there's 200 people there.
Yeah.
Oh no, this guy, whatever it is. But,
Everybody knows.
no,
Yeah, this guy's become a joke from the city.
No, this guy, whatever it is, he's a sweet guy. He's a sweet guy. He's a sweet guy. But just in general, it's just the makeup, the this, the that, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Why are we putting so much effort into this show where no one is watching?
Do you remember when
Morning television is horrible.
Yeah, I remember when they shut down. I think it was breakfast television or something here. When
Yeah,
they
that's
shut
the
it down.
breakfast television.
Yeah, and they had the numbers came out, and I was like, Jesus Christ! I was like, a couple hundred people watching. I was like, yo, we get more views than like something that's just projected at the city. I go, Jesus
Thousands of
Christ.
dollars. Hosts, camera people, the makeup. They have a fucking whole studio.
People don't like that, dude. People are tired of. Well, we're gonna talk to you guys now about a new website called Amazon.com.
Did you know that you can order stuff to your house?
Yeah, not your neighbors. It comes to yours. Yeah, people probably watch that and they're like, "Am I high right now? What are they telling me? What is it? 1996? What is happening right now?"
Fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Next up, this chef does vegan hummus, and then she shows up there. This is how you do hummus, ha ha ha. And
Get the fuck out of here! You know?
Speaking of vegan stuff, by the way, there's a falafel place down the road.
Yeah.
It's 100% vegetarian.
What's falafel?
No, even the meat. The meat, it's mushrooms.
they do like shiitake. Yeah.
Yeah,
What's the name
wait.
of the place?
Hold on. They also sell shawarmas and shit.
yeah, it's like in a pita.
Oh, I'm liking this.
57
It's an
cal.
pita. Huh?
What's the name of the place?
I forgot. It's down the street here on Chabanel.
It's the one right here on Chabanel.
Okay.
And yeah, so they take, I think it's shiitake mushrooms.
Yeah,
I think.
shiitake mushrooms.
And they kind of fry them and shit and do stuff. And bro, you know what? I took the beef one. Beef.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Yo, I was into that shit.
Has the same
Mushrooms are
thing as
good,
shiitake.
bro.
Bro, I was into
Shiitake
that.
is the best thing. Shiitake is the closest when you fry it properly, or even you put it in the oven properly. You can shred it. It becomes like pork. It becomes like chicken. It's
But
like
The
even
that
texture, you mean?
I had a pulled pork burger yesterday, but it was shiitake mushrooms.
Really? Yeah.
Fucking fantastic.
Fucking mushrooms.
But even
I like mushrooms.
Even the combination of veggies and the sauces,
Yeah.
the way it mixed, I was like,
No, there's some pretty good vegan restaurants where you can get stuff that is very similar to the real thing, even if you make it at home.
Copper Branch was good too.
I don't
I've
like Copper
tried
Branch.
it, but way too expensive, bro.
It's so expensive, by the way. If you think you're eating
like
healthy when you're eating
$20
a
for
Copper
a
Branch,
burger.
it's not
Copper Branch
healthy.
is garbage, bro. Copper
Yeah.
Branch, I don't like it. No.
Yeah, it's not healthy at all.
I had tried it and I liked it.
It's not bad.
I didn't go crazy over it.
There's this place called Hello 123
Uh-huh.
on,
Oh yeah, on
in Saint Henri on Monkland also.
yeah. I've been there with Mike and Sugar Sammy. We had eaten
very
there
good,
once. Yeah.
very good place. I had that yesterday. It's the same owners as
NDG. No, that's
Yeah.
yeah. I'd been
Notre
there,
Bœuf de Grasse. They have a Hello 123. They have a new place called Burger Fiancé. They have a vegan side to their restaurant business. Fucking good quality food. And also, because I've been plant based for close to a year now. They
Oh,
have
I didn't know that.
options-
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Oh,
'Cause
man, tell
my-
Mike. He's gonna be proud of you.
Yeah, because my cholesterol levels were way too high, so I had to
Really?
either go
What
on
were you
pills.
eating?
I was eating garbage before, but it's also genetics.
What kind of garbage?
I was eating out, like I work in a mall, so it's like
Oh, it was
I
fast
treat-
food.
It was fast
That's
food,
what fucked
but
you
not
up.
always.
But hold
not
on, bro.
always.
How do you have high cholesterol and I don't?
Genetics. My dad has had
Okay,
2 heart
okay.
attacks,
Oh,
and
shit.
my uncle passed away of a heart attack. It runs in the family.
Yeah, he has
shit.
his family. They have high cholesterol. Yours
Yeah.
has low IQ. It's just it depends what you get.
It depends what you get. So the
So
doctor,
roll the dice, bro.
it's either you can't eat fries or you can't read a book. It's, sort of, it's your luck.
That's the best. Yeah. Yeah.
be
Poseidon's like, I could fucking totally eat fries.
I'd read a book.
Yeah, he's like, fuck this shit, right?
I have a trio Big Mac. This is so yeah. I did some blood tests, and we've known for a while that my cholesterol levels were high, but I've never taken. But the doctor, it was fucking hilarious. I walk into the doctor's office, and I've known my results for like 2 weeks before the doctor called me, because my dad at the hospital, like the second something comes out, he
finds out?
He has people, and then they call him.
Yeah, that's
whatever.
fair. I like your dad.
The
He has
Lebanese
people.
way. I love it.
So I walk in and I need to act surprised that I know that he's announced to me that my cholesterol levels are high.
Okay.
And without even looking at me, he's like, "So your cholesterol levels are high. The HDL, which is the good cholesterol, is also high. That's good. But your LDL, which is the bad cholesterol, is very high. I'm going to put you on medication." First off, like he didn't even ask questions, whatever it is.
I
I'm
don't like that about the doctors. here.
like, before medication or before anything, can I just try to change my diet or whatever? He's like, "Yeah, you could try, but we'll see each other next year." And you're
I don't like
probably
that
gonna be on meds."
band-aid approach.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
band-aid approach. I don't like that.
So I did my research, and the only proven on paper with results and research is the plant-based diet. No oil, no low fat is the only diet that can reverse high cholesterol and heart disease.
I don't have a heart problem yet. Who the fuck knows? But because I'm trying to lose weight. look good, get on stage. I don't want to look like a fat piece of shit anymore. So I've been running a lot. It's either I run or I walk. Every day I have to do an hour of some kind of physical exercise. And bread, I'm cutting it it's like once or twice
White
a
bread
week.
is horrible, but you can get whole wheat.
Even that, I've cut
sprouted
everything.
bread.
Once or twice a week, I'll cheat in the sense that I'll eat something, like I'll eat some fries with my food or something like that, but that's it. Or pizza, but it's only once or twice a week, and then normally once. And then the rest is, if I want to eat meat, it's going to be just meat in green, like no bread.
Okay.
I'm trying and I've started slimming down. I'm drinking more water and stuff.
By the way, one trick to lose the weight and even to cut down on the bad fat, if you cut a lot of the oil that you're intaking, you're going to see a difference.
What do you mean by oil?
Whether you use oil
Olive
to
oil?
cook, olive oil in your salads or whatever it is, oil is just condensed fat.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You're intaking fat, so your body is consuming something. So what you have, fat, let's say the amount of fat in an avocado, you have fibers, you have good vitamins that are coming from that. If you're consuming the same amount of fat from oil, it's like a half a teaspoon.
Really?
So it fucks you up. That's what from what I was reading and from the research that I've been doing. If you cut that out, and let's say you eat the same way, you still eat the meat.
I also cut sugar.
Sugar is fucking horrible.
Sugar's fucking horrible, bro.
Sugar is fucking horrible because you're gonna put on the weight right back, and you can't have just a bit of sugar.
No.
It's
Sugar, I gotta avoid.
impossible.
And sugar, sometimes same thing. Like once every couple of weeks, or once a week, if I really feel like it, I'll have like a burrata or something like that, like a piece of something. But or in my yogurt, sometimes for sure there's sugar. But that's like the most I'll intake. I really avoid sugar. Is the thing I notice the biggest difference in.
Do you eat a lot of high fat dairy, like cheese and that shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I
love
eat cheese.
cheese.
Yeah, I like cheese. I try to avoid it, even though they told me that I could eat cheese and still lose weight. I try to avoid cheese. I mostly go for meat. And now I drink a lot of water to fill me up, so I don't eat as much because I could fucking eat like crazy.
Do you snack on garbage like chips?
I used to, not anymore.
Okay, that's if you cut down the snacks, if you cut down a bit of the oil.
Like now I haven't eaten yet today. I'm gonna eat only after.
You're intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
Okay. Has it worked?
Yeah. When I used to do it,
Energy-wise.
when I used to do it properly, that's when I lost a lot of weight. It worked perfectly. I would intermittent fast, and I would have protein shakes, and I would intermittent fast like all day. And then when I would eat at night, if I was still hungry towards the night, I would have a protein shake, and then that would last me through the. You know what I mean? And then the next day, and I was losing a lot of weight. Then I start to eat during the day, and be like, oh, okay, I want intermittent fast. I'm just gonna eat differently, and I feel like I gained weight. Now I'm back to intermittent fasting. I'll eat once a day, but I'll eat a good meal. I won't eat, and avoid sugars and all that.
Once
and
a day,
fine.
that's it.
Once a day now.
From what time to what time are you allowed to eat?
Between 4 and 8. So normally I'll eat around 5 or 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you snack a bit in between, and then.
I used to, not anymore. Now I'm stopping that.
Okay.
If I really want a snack, I'll have some fucking vitamins or some shit.
Just chew on Flintstone vitamins.
The hardest thing though is after 9 p.m. not eating. Oh my god! Sometimes my stomach will just go. Grrr.
That's how. It depends how bored you are. I
see.
realized something with eating when when I was working from home, I could not be sitting down without munching on something.
Yeah.
Fruits, vegetables, whatever it is, a cracker is garbage.
You have to
chips,
eat something.
You have to eat something. When we're shooting, let's say I'm with Jacob, we're shooting. We shot Thursday. We had a commercial to shoot. The whole day up until like 6 p.m. none of us ate. I had like a breakfast, like a almond butter toast in the morning. That was it. That's the only thing I ate all day because you're always running around. You're not sitting down and just waiting and trying to snack. That's why, let's say if you're editing late night, you won't realize. But if you're just sitting watching something, you're like, fuck, I need something to fill up the void.
What about water?
Hmm?
What about water? How much water you drink?
I drink a shit ton of water.
Yeah, you start drinking a lot of water.
You know what you can snack on? Celery.
Cox. What?
Celery.
Celery is fucking good.
Cox.
Or that too. I mean, if you swing that way, yeah. But yeah, celery. Celery.
Yeah, you can't have too much.
Seaweed paper is fucking good. That's my equivalent.
Seaweed
of
I don't know what seaweed paper is.
the
but
nori, what they use for sushi.
that's
yeah.
stuff.
They sell them in a bag. I've seen.
Yeah,
right?
you can buy the bag. Of
salted
course.
and shit.
not
Yeah,
for me.
don't buy the salted and fucking.
Ah,
drip.
the-
What do you think of celery? Do you find celery tastes a bit like man's sweat?
Actually, it does. Yeah,
It does, right?
I'm gonna
Tastes
be
like
honest.
musk.
It tastes like musk.
Every time I've eaten celery, it's been dipped in ranch. So
So it's like, yo, me, let me give you some tips for healthy living. Celery and chocolate sauce, but celery.
You take the 0-calorie snack and you dip it in 25 grams of fat, which is
just fucking a scoop of ranch.
you
bro.
drink ranch from the bottle and you should fucking wash it down with celery.
Oh shit! No, but even I can't. I've noticed I can't eat healthy without putting it with something unhealthy. Like even strawberries, bro. Strawberries, I have it.
Joker Hardy Pantelis said the N-word is cleared in the chat. I never said it's cleared. I said don't do it. Facebook will probably delete it. I never said it's clear. You're clear to do the...
No, you said it wasn't cleared. You can do it.
You can't do it, I said.
And it's not a challenge, by the way.
Yeah, it's not.
Fucking idiots.
By the way, I don't know, and I used to do this when I was young. I'm convinced that's why I gained most of my weight. I could not just eat healthy food, just the healthy food. I had to put it with something unhealthy. So like strawberries, bro, as a kid, you know what I used to do, bro?
Hold on. Fluoride in the
Sugar.
water. Because me,
Bro,
I drink
sugar,
bottled water.
bro.
I drink bottled water. I try to avoid tap water. Fluoride kills your pineal gland, apparently, which regulates sleep and 100 other things. So you know your pineal gland, the third eye that they talk about? Apparently fluoride fucks that shit up.
Fluoride is heavy in tap water or bottled water?
Tap water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can't you put a filter on your tap?
Yeah, I got a Brita.
Does the filter work on fluoride? I thought it works on other pollutants. Does it get rid of the fluoride?
No idea.
I don't think so.
I thought Montreal's water was the cleanest in the world. Tap water.
It doesn't say much, though. That's like Bill Gates saying, this is the cleanest shit water in the... Yeah,
And you take the sip and then you throw the rest out
Yeah,
for
yeah,
the fucking video.
Don't we constantly have issues in the city with the
In
I
the
know
city-
Longueuil is like piss now.
yeah,
the
in the
water.
city, tap water, there's nothing to brag about. It's better than Toronto's, but it's nothing to brag about. The best tap water in Quebec, I think it's like Val d'Or. It's like northern. They have good tap water.
Yeah.
Also, bro, Quebec City, fantastic tap water.
I believe that.
bro. I remember I was at a Airbnb in Quebec City, and bro, I drink tap water.
feel like having a high quality
I was like,
scotch.
shit, bro. I was like, bro, my
Shit.
pinky came up, bro. I was like,
Started filling up gallons of tap water
Yeah,
from Quebec
bro.
City like a fucking Ethiopian trying to run away from his country.
bro, we don't have this in the third world in Montreal, bro.
Yeah, I remember when I used to get to Lebanon, it was such a, because I'm used to drinking tap water, so when I would get to Lebanon, my grandma would have to hammer it down my head like, don't drink the tap, because it's fucking toxic. You can't, even in Spain, you can't drink tap water.
Cuba also.
Yeah, so we would get
Everything's
to Lebanon,
toxic in Cuba,
everything's
even the
toxic,
political system.
which they just transitioned from Castro to the new family now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's the secretary that's now the new leader
Ruler?
ruler of Cuba.
Isn't that... It's just weird when people try to justify that. Just having a ruler over you. Instead of being a free person with elections,
Yeah.
someone else is ruling over you, deciding to... It's so fucking scary. All Brodigan's in the chat. What's the best nudie bar in Montreal? The best strip club? I don't know anymore.
There was one that was good on Saint Laurent. I forgot the name. There's one when you walk on Saint Laurent that was not bad.
Solid Gold.
Oh, that's
Solid
far
Gold,
up.
Solid Gold is
I've never been to Solid Gold, but that's the one that's close to here.
yeah, Solid Gold is on the 40.
I've heard of it a lot, but I've never been to. So I don't know. But they say that one, the
not
two
bad.
ones that were always popular, people talk about, is that one and Chez Paré. All the wrestlers, Chez Paré I think closed down now, but all the wrestlers would go to Chez Paré
Chez
like back in the day
Chez
in the
Paré is
80s
like-
and 90s.
It was like the big gentleman's club. It's
Yeah,
not-
yeah.
It was like the fancy one.
Yeah, it wasn't like a regular. It was more expensive, I think, but
It's a big
you
one. It's
keep
more
the
of a-
riff raff
It's more
out.
of a show too.
Yeah, yeah.
It's more of a show too. We're talking like strip club
There
connoisseurs.
was one in Laval.
Hey, and
that
Brodigan,
was-
answer my message I sent on Discord. Let me know if there's anything I need to write for tomorrow. But yeah.
There was one in Laval on that street there that was.
Les DS.
Huh?
Les DS.
Yes,
but
there
it's,
you
depends.
Back then, apparently, it used to be.
Depends when you go.
That's the one I had been to when I was underage with the boys. I remember.
That's the one we always used to go when we were underage because that's the only place they would let us in. Yeah.
The worst one I've been to is the one on Park Avenue.
What's the name?
There's only one on Park Avenue.
I don't know.
Oh, you're talking about the
What's it called?
the shitty one.
Yeah.
Oh
that-
man, I've never walked in that place. You can't walk in that place.
Bro, I remember it was.
You could tell from the outside that no human being should be inside that place.
Café Cléopâtre too is a bit tricky. It depends of the night that you go.
I've never. One time I went there was when I was waiting for my show, and it was in the day. So there was like
I went.
3 strippers.
I remember going and we were sitting down, and it was right after my breakup with my ex. My friends were like, "Let's go to the strip club, whatever it is." We're sitting down. I'm having a beer. The stripper walks, gets close to us, whatever. I'm not really in the mood. I'm like, fuck it. If you guys want to take a dance, grab a dance. And she's giving us a lot of attention. And I'm seeing a guy just eyeing me from the other side, like some fucking hammered, like,
He's just angry.
and
He's
he's
like,
just by himself. And,
what's so sexy about the Lebanese kid?
and he's yelling. He's fucking yelling. He's like, qu'est-ce que tu fais avec lui, Carlis? And he's like, I'm just there. I'm like, am I going to get fucking stabbed in Café Cléopâtre? Is this how it's going to
What do you do with him? What do you do with him?
She leaves. She goes back to him. She's trying to calm him down. He's like, no, ça n'a pas d'allure, tabarnak de calice. He gets up, starts walking towards me. We finished up. So he's doing his shit. He's yelling at her. While he's yelling at her, I'm like, let's get the fuck out. Anyways, we're done there. Nobody's going to grab that. He starts coming towards us. Right as he's about to go for a move, the bouncer picks him up. Like he was about to swing. The bouncer picks him up like he's a fucking toddler, and I've never seen this in my life. He threw him over the sidewalk. So he threw him like the sidewalk is a fucking solid 10 feet. He threw him over the sidewalk in the street. He's like, you stay fucking there.
Have you ever seen? I've in my life I've seen people get thrown out of bars with real bouncers like that.
Beautiful.
It's like a movie. I've seen people throw people, like actual adults throw other adults, just toss them like they're nothing.
This is the most beautiful thing to see.
It's so crazy.
I've seen one video of somebody that was talking shit to a bouncer, and the bouncer had enough, but the bouncer fucking giant, bro. The guy was a skinny little shit, turns around, hook to the face, bro. The guy looked like his soul came out of his body.
Yeah, dude, you could hit someone hard. These guys are huge. Like if you're lifting another adult and throwing him like a child, you're a big fucking guy, bro.
Sorry, I had to pay for the parking.
I thought you said this.
I'm paying for the parking.
Oh, you should have went on the side, bro. Next time, on the side. Just go
on the side. Okay,
yeah, that's where we all are. Yeah.
Okay.
And,
I love being in clubs because sometimes you get bored in a club at some point. Like people are dancing, whatever it is, especially when you're dating and your girlfriend's not there, whatever it is, you're not fucking around with girls. So I've never loved anything more than just sitting back, having a drink, and watching bouncers just fucking pound on people that deserve it. Because sometimes there's this complex of the bouncer being like, no, you're not coming in because I said so and I'm this and I'm that. I love seeing a humble bouncer getting fucking shit talked in his face. And after a while, he's like, you know what? I had enough.
I mean, I can't do the club thing anymore because it's too loud. Like, especially if you're just there wasting time because you can't talk. It's too fucking loud. It's not a
club is not a fun experience,
yeah, because the last time was it like 2.5, 3 years ago when we went for my buddy's bachelor party when you fell in love with a stripper. You remember that?
Yes.
Yeah. He's thinking,
for
like,
a second, his heart was broken, and he's like,
yeah, that was and it's just like you get bored because I remember we were sitting in the back, so I didn't want to be in the front seat. We weren't even watching the show anyway, so I was just there shooting the shit. Like Drosos showed up and all that. We were hanging out with the crew.
Strip club or a club?
Strip club. It was Chez Paris, but it was you go up like there's the stage area, and then there's the other where there's just a bar.
Yeah.
So we were just there shooting shit. Everyone was in the front. They're like, oh, we're over here. Come sit over here. But I couldn't be fucked. Like, bro, there's too many guys. It's fucking weird.
By the way, the strip club is the saddest thing in the world.
Yeah, bro, it's fucking. And then even then, you can't talk. Like, I'm trying to talk to the guy that's on the table. We're shooting shit about. I think he did stunts or whatever the fuck. But it's just yelling. And I'm like, I can't have a conversation like this. I like sitting and talking, like, who is it? Yeah, yelling over. And then you want to get the fuck away from me. If I want you, I'll look at you, lady. Like, it's just,
100%.
Yeah, it gets annoying. So I like lounges more or cafes. I love cafes because you can actually shoot the shit.
Yeah, especially after we're so used to being in bars and clubs and whatever it is, you that environment of like the loud music, whatever the fuck.
I'm over that.
I prefer when I go out. I like doing my set, and then let's say like Bordel is perfect. You do your
Bordel's
set,
the best.
And then on the other side, there's a calm bar. You can sit down. You can there's
shoot
a
the
bit
shit.
of music. You can
we
still
talk.
Shoot the shit.
That's what I love. I love that feeling.
Outside, you're sitting outside. You're having a drink. You're not. You don't feel like seeing a 35-year-old. Seeing a 35-year-old in a club is some of the saddest things in the world.
Oh, it's fucking.
But if there's one thing I think I'm gonna get into after the pandemic. Is I always wanted I could get into that right now. All right, get ready.
I like how he volunteers your ass.
Pull my pants down, give me $1,000 and I'll do whatever you want.
No, but what I wanted to get into was just like a buffet at the strip club, but like good strip clubs. You just go and sit on an afternoon where it's not that busy. You eat and you look
Chicken
at
wings
asses.
and
That's absurd,
Yeah,
bro. That's absurd. I would never eat in a strip club.
Why not, bro?
E. coli. That's why.
Yeah.
Bro, you think, come on, they have regular chefs. It's like eating at a club or a bar. Some clubs and bars, they had food and shit. It's the same thing.
Is there any of these types of strip clubs?
It's not like the fucking strippers are coming over the food, bro.
Is there any type of strip clubs in Montreal that serve food? Also?
I think Solid Gold does this.
I would feel like a retarded person eating my salad and my chicken wings out of shit. I don't know. It just feels weird. It's like the time when I was waiting, when I was doing my salad just for laughs at Classic Cleopatra, and they wouldn't open the doors for me early, so I had to wait in the strip club. The stripper had to come and ask me, like, what are you doing? Because I was writing notes. It looked like, yes, I will draw you, my naked lady. Like, it looked weird. Already just writing notes. Imagine eating, sitting there. Yeah. It's so weird, bro.
Some strip clubs have that. Imagine you're having a steak.
I know,
bro,
but it's just weird.
And there's fucking
that's what I'm gonna get. That's where you think there's
with a Rolex.
Yeah, you think there's high quality steaks at the strip club.
It doesn't. Whether it's high quality or not, you're just having a nice meal.
To look cool, having a nice meal in a strip club. What I'm saying is, like, the only way this looks cool is that you have your wife next to you. You're in a strip club and you own the strip club.
Yeah, that's cool.
No, I would not do this to seem cool. I would just lose it because I feel
I mean,
like
even to feel cool, to
'Cause then
feel
you'd
good.
feel
no,
like-
no,
you'd feel
not
like
to
the
feel
Soprano-
cool either. I don't give a fuck. I think it would just be nice to eat food
It would be
while,
sad,
while
actually.
staring at naked women. I
George
don't know.
Costanza. I love eating and I love sex. So why not combine both? Do you remember this? So he's having sex and he's leaning over and he's opening the drawer. He has a sandwich in there. And he's like, one sec.
Oh, by the way, I saw a video on Instagram that it was basically like a glimpse into my future. It was
Homelessness.
No. It was
Gay sex
basically
homelessness?
it was basically a really fat guy walking, and there was like a big window, and there were women dancing on a stripper pole, shaking their asses and shit. And the fat guy was really fat. He was just like eating, and it was like this. It was like it was like super fat, and was eating a slice of pizza.
That's exactly what you just mentioned that you wanted to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And then
this
you
was-
made fun of it
no,
a minute later.
But this here, I'll show you the video.
You don't have to show us the video. We understand.
No, but it was funny to look at.
But that's what we're saying. That's what it would be with you. People would walk in and they would have the same story. They'd be like, I went to the strip club and this fat guy eating a steak.
Yeah.
And he couldn't decide whether he liked naked women or the steak more. So he just combined them both.
There you go, bro.
Strip clubs are like casinos, by the way. It's a feeling where sometimes you feel disgusting,
Yeah.
and sometimes you feel like you're having the best time of your life.
Casino, yeah. Casino, you feel disgusting too. Because casino, there's a lot of sadness in casinos.
Yes.
People with diapers,
Yeah.
shitting
What?
their pants. You've never seen that?
No.
Old
Casino,
people will
yeah.
wear diapers. They'll shit their pants. They'll sell their hours.
Yeah,
could
there's
never get
Asian guys are at and women are at they have the card attached to them and they
Yeah.
put them in the machines here. Yeah.
But I think that's why I can never get into gambling. Like I've been to the casino a few times.
We can't count. That's the real reason.
I've been to the casino a few times, bro. I have seen motherfuckers lose rent money. I'm like, how do you do this? How can you gamble?
But who have you seen you personally lose rent
no,
money?
not people I knew. Just like there was this one time, this one guy who was with his friend. He bet on it was one of those tables there. I don't know the fucking names of these games. He goes, fuck it, I'm going all in. Goes all in, starts buzzing, bro, the guy, and he talks over to his friend. He goes, bro, what am I gonna tell my girlfriend? That was the rent money, like freaking out.
Yeah,
shit
that's
like
an
that.
idiot.
It's
Yeah.
a disease, man. It's
It's a
an addiction.
disease.
Yeah, bro.
You gotta know, like,
retard.
it's fine because you're gonna spend your money on stupid shit anyway. So if you have a budget, you're like, I'm gonna fuck around instead of going to the club. I'm going there, and this is the only thing I'm playing with. I win, I lose. Whatever. It's you're adults.
Yeah,
you can do
yeah.
whatever you want. It's just that some people go there and they think, I'm gonna bet my life on this, and I'm gonna
that's
make
insane.
it. Bro, it's all chance and it's rigged and it's
No.
chance and
I've lost money too quickly to be able to put big money. Impossible.
Yeah.
We went to Vegas, my brother and I didn't even gamble that much. It was $100. I lost $100 in the matter. I'm not even exaggerating. 16 seconds.
I remember that. One time we went all. This was years ago. Everybody was a waiter at the time, and they had all. I forgot what the occasion was, and we went late. I think maybe even Legs was there too. I went late. I think we showed up at the casino at 3 or 4 in the morning. But it took me. I think I lost $160 in 2 minutes at a poker table.
It's just too quick. You don't see
Yeah,
it coming.
and I was like, "Fuck that shit, bro."
You don't see it coming. It's
Yeah.
just too quick, and it's not even satisfying. At the end, you're like, okay, I budgeted $100. I look like a fucking retard now. I just lost $100 in 15 seconds. Okay, I'm just gonna cross my hands for the rest of the.
But we had a friend who was there who this guy was a notorious guy. Dude, he owed everyone money because he would he would make a lot of money as a waiter, but he would just gamble everything.
Shit.
Everything, bro. And not just the casino, whatever chance he gets. If we're at a bar and we're chilling, he's going to go in the back and find the machines.
That's dangerous. The machines, though. I've
Yeah,
never.
I
I feel
think
like that's a sad thing. The machines.
The most I've gambled is I've put $10 into a machine, lost it instantly. I'm like, this is the dumbest money I've ever spent
No,
in my life.
that's not the dumbest thing. The dumbest thing you did was if you're not going to gamble, don't go to the casino.
No.
That's the dumbest thing you did. It's like saying, I went to a strip club, bro. Disgusting, bro. These women weren't even wearing fucking shirts.
How dare they?
Yeah,
fucking
but just
whores.
don't go. That's what you're gonna get, Like, but also I've gone to the casino and not lost money too. I've gone to the casino and just with $20 and had a good time. Like I remember once I had one with a girl. Just we had nothing to do. It was the middle of the night. Like, yeah, it's cool. The casino's open. We just went to fuck around. We played the Keno stuff just to chill, talk, and
Keno?
Yeah, there's so it's like always ongoing. So you just grab thing, you put $2 in numbers, and then it's kind of like bingo almost. And you just sit there, you shoot the shit. Oh, did I win? And it's just $2 at a time. You just $20, you're there for a while, and
we used to do it like we'd go
grab
$20.
some coffee, you just
That's the
fuck
thing.
around.
We would go for the free coffee and the free
Yeah, yeah.
sodas. You just drink soda in the casino. You walk around, you make fun of people. You put $20, you win, you lose, whatever it is.
Yeah, just fuck
It's
around.
so fun. But then it's when you walk next to these machines and you're like, fuck, man, you just want to rip some people out, and like their skin is fucking stuck to the seat because they've been there for so long.
Yeah, me, the first time I noticed the card thing, because there's a membership card at the casino. So I thought that it was the membership card that was inside, like you get rewards or points. And they're like, no, you could, if you want, you could put your credit card directly into the machine. I was like, yo, that doesn't seem normal.
That doesn't seem ethical.
Yeah. But I don't know about ethics. I don't think they give a shit here.
They probably don't give a shit. But they have all these campaigns of, oh, gambling is not good. Gambling is not good.
It's not good if you do it in your basement because they're not getting their cut.
Exactly.
There you go. There you go.
This. Come to the casino. We take care of you.
You know how many people kill themselves at the casino every year?
100%. In Vegas, all the windows are fucking locked.
So people don't jump
You
out.
can't open the windows.
Didn't they have to put nets at the bridge of the casino?
Here, yeah.
Yeah. They put nets, bro.
Oh.
Because people were fucking.
Does that stop you from dying, or does it just slice you like what?
Imagine it hangs you. Instead
Yeah.
It's a more painful death.
Yeah, like it depends, I guess, how big the holes are.
It'd be such a pain in the ass. You're stuck there. You need to call the helicopter to fucking get you out. You feel like a fucking.
But you need
retard.
someone to notice you.
First. Let's
Yeah.
say if you have access to your phone.
Yeah, you look like a giant bug trapped in a spider web.
No, but I think nobody's jumped with the net up. I think they just put the net up so people aren't going to jump anyways because they know they're not going to die. So
I think people just walk a little further down and just jump off on that part.
Exactly.
It's fucked up. Yeah, I don't want people killing themselves over it, but we know, especially Greeks, a lot of
Greeks are big gamblers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was.
There's a generation of us. The like our parents' generation, that one had a lot of degenerates. Ours too. Our generation has a lot of degenerates too, but that one was bad.
I don't feel like it's a big thing in the Lebanese community. It's not a word.
I never hear about it in the Lebanese. Here I know
Stingy
Greeks, Italians too. They gamble. Chinese gamble.
Asian people.
Asian people gamble like it's a business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you guys recently went through a fucking civil war in Lebanon.
Yeah, 40 years ago.
So you come from that shit, bro.
But I feel like even in Lebanon, the machines are not. I might be completely wrong, and correct me in the chat if there's any Lebanese people. It's not really part of the culture. It's not.
Yeah.
You don't hear about it anyways of people that have gambling addictions, and I'm sure some Lebanese people have.
Some
gamble a
will,
lot.
but it's not a part of.
But it's not a big thing.
Us, it's gambling in Greece is a huge thing. Even in Greece, it's everywhere. Like especially sports gambling in Greece. Sports gambling in Greece is a huge industry. Yeah, the sports leagues are
The bookies.
the sports like the soccer league in Greece is sponsored by a gambling site.
Oh well.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's all teams are
Well,
sponsored by gambling
That's
sites.
how they make their money.
I've
Yeah,
had
it's a
family
lot.
members lose everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That walk
because
of
they didn't
shame
have
back home.
good pockets. They just fell out. They just lost everything. You mean gambling?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a lot of people lost a lot gambling. Dude, gambling's fucked
I
up
actually know someone that a family whatever
Yeah,
hung
yeah.
himself after losing everything.
because they had nothing
Imagine
left.
That walk of shame imagine that feeling where you're like, okay, I'm putting the rent on the table and then you lose. The heat that rushes through you. How the fuck would you put yourself in this situation again?
I hope I never feel that ever in my life.
Especially when you've had the fights with the wife, you've had the fights with the family, and then you're like, you know what? I'm not gonna do it. And like 3 years later, you fucking get an itch.
But I remember like small. I remember in high school. I remember lunchtime we went to Normandy. You know the mall, Normandy's mall.
Yeah.
I was in Milton, and we had $2. Like fuck, we can't get food with $2. And then I got an idea. I'm gonna gamble. So I think I bought a mokashi at the time with $2, and we won $20. And then went to eat.
Shit.
And I was like, I'm a genius.
Yeah, but I find for situations like that, like when
funny.
It's funny, you know.
Yeah, like
it's
gratuit is something where it's pretty fun. I have to say, I feel like an old
I
lady
haven't
sometimes.
I haven't done any of the scratches in years, but they used to be fun. Yeah.
I did it for New Year's. We
only
went
time-
out, we bought some lottery. I never buy lottery. I never buy lottery tickets. I feel like even if I win, I mean, I'd be happy to win the amount, but you feel like, fuck, I deserve this shit. Like,
I'm not gonna win.
You're not gonna win anyway. So we bought some scratch
I
offs.
rarely ask for Lotto Max. The only time I'll really buy is if they're like, "You want to buy the Lotto Max?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, why not?"
Does she know something I don't? That's the.
No, they're just selling
it's-
shit.
they are, but it's just the like. Imagine I say no, this could have been the winning ticket.
And that's how they make their money.
That's how they make their money, bro. That mentality, you can't do it.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
I
No,
know.
that's a weird way to live.
No,
That's not the opportunity that you're gonna miss. The opportunities
No,
that you're gonna miss
100%.
are shit that you have control over.
Yeah.
That you didn't do, decisions that you didn't take, tangible ones that you have control over.
that
not
you were too
luck
scared
stuff.
of taking an
no,
opportunity.
but it just it's
I didn't take that job when I should have. I didn't start that business. Those you're gonna regret.
No,
Those-
it's the thought of I never buy lotto tickets. I never go out of my way. But maybe that one time that somebody offered it to me in fucking 12, 13, 14 months, that could have been the one. You know what I mean?
Everything could have been. the one.
everything could have been the one.
That's
Don't-
the problem with this mentality. That in the end you end up fucking becoming so anxious of, I never take the street, but maybe I would have taken the street, and then I would have found the love of my life on the streets.
Yeah, you can't think like it because your whole life becomes anxiety after.
Yeah. No, that's true.
Yeah, always. And you have to avoid that shit because a lot of people think like, oh, what if I had done this? What if I had done that? You can't look back at that. You always have to look forward and just don't leave anything on the table. Basically, if you have the opportunity, just try it. Like even some people get scared of promotions. Oh, it's too. I'm gonna say no. because I'm scared of the responsibility. Don't say no. You got nothing to lose. Try it.
Yeah.
You're gonna learn. Somebody's doing it already.
You were
can
scared
learn.
of getting the job initially, and
Exactly.
then you got it, and you were good at it.
Yeah,
So then
yeah.
you
But a
get scared
lot
the
of people,
promotion.
I've had that in my life. I remember once, like I could have gone further in video games quicker. It took me the long way around because I had said no to a position because I thought I couldn't take it in the beginning. Oh, I can't handle this. And then I realized you can do whatever the fuck. You can do anything, bro.
Everybody's stupid anyways.
Yeah.
You start working in these environments where everybody does everything by the book, and then you're like, these people are not going to go up fast.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy because girlfriend got a new job and she was telling me about how they were doing the training for sensitivity, and she's like, this is weird shit you don't need. Like they overdo it.
Yeah.
Like a lot of it is almost a parody. A lot of it is a parody of what's
Like
sensitive. is.
the ethics in the workplace and like that stuff.
Yeah, like they'll show stuff. They'll be like, they're answering a phone call and the guy is talking on the other phone. He like talk on the line. They're trying to calm him down because he's angry. And the guy's like, "Sir, please calm down." He's like, "Well, I'm not a sir, I'm a ma'am." But it's clearly a guy's voice. It's like you can't assume that it's a guy.
Yeah.
It's like, well, look, sometimes you could assume, like you could be wrong, But I get where the assumption came from. You get it? Like if it's a man's name and it's a man's voice, and you assume you're speaking to a man, that assumption is not offensive. That assumption makes sense. We're human beings.
Yeah.
If we didn't assume stuff, that's how we gauge our life, right? That's why you eat stuff, or else you would never eat anything.
You can't ask about everything all the time.
Exactly.
It's impossible. Otherwise, you can't operate.
Yeah, exactly. So that to me makes sense. It's not like a case of it's a woman's name, it's a woman's voice, and the guy's like, "What up, sir?" That would be a different story.
Yeah.
But I was like, "What the fuck? That's weird that they're drawing that," because that's what your mind does. It's like when they say, "Don't judge a book by its cover."
Yeah.
But that's how you're gonna judge the book the first time you see it.
By the cover.
Yeah. I know the book says it's about anal sex. Really, it's recipes for cooking. It's like, yeah, but the title says anal sex. So what do you want me to do, So anyway, I see shit like that. I'm like, fuck, I remember when I was working at the pharmacy when I was young at Jean Coutu, they showed us a video about for you to watch out people stealing. And even at the time, I was like, this is retarded. Like they showed a guy walk in, and I hope someone works at Jean Coutu and sees this.
TV and then just
Bro, this is a pharmacy. And they're showing a guy comes with glasses. First of all, this guy looks like a cartoon burglar. So he looks sketch already. I'm like, okay, whatever. They're going to show him. You see him chocolate bars, whatever. And then at one point he's looking around. You know the big kiosks where there's like sunglasses and they show. Bro, he grabs the kiosk and just puts his jacket over. It's a kiosk. And he walks out with a kiosk. You could see him walking out with a kiosk. And like nobody noticed. Like, this is a little exaggerated. like how retarded are these employees? The whole kiosk, and he walks out with it. Like, come on, guys.
You guys used to have the undercovers at Jean Coutu?
Yeah, we used to have the
I
undercovers.
fucking love it because there used to be undercover security at Jean Coutu, and they were the most useless people in the world.
Yeah, Securitas.
Used to, as soon as it was Securitas, even Garda for a while. So I remember one time it was this old black man with a cane. He could barely walk, and there was someone stealing. So he comes, he fucking waves the cane around. He's pointing at the guy, and we had mirrors on the wall. On
the ceiling. Yes, so I remember that. Yeah.
You would be able to see someone stealing from the back. And I remember I used to love working night shifts because that's when people used to steal the most, and that's when it was exciting. And we used to have codes. So on the phone, our assistant manager, who was a young kid like us, he'd be like, "Code 161 sur la 8," and then we would go upstairs, and then we'd know that someone would be stealing. But these security people are the most fucking useless people. I remember a guy stole. He was walking out. We start running after him. We're like 3 16-year-old kids. The guy with the cane is trying to run after him. And he stands at the door outside and he's just waving the cane at the guy.
Yeah, that's going to work.
We end up catching the guy after. But I used to get such a thrill out of people stealing.
I remember chasing people, and then they asked me at the pharmacy, stop chasing people. Once they leave you, it's not your business to chase them. I was like, all right. Yeah. But I'm a goddamn hero. You see, I can't let this go.
This guy nearly stole a toque. I fucking saved the store.
Dude, but I remember even then, even though I was young, even then I was like, guys, there's lines. Like I remember there was a little, Viron probably remembers this too. So the Algerian store manager, they got pissed off. He caught a kid. I didn't even see what happened, but then I found out when they brought him in the back. It was a little kid. He was like this 11-year-old black kid. And I go in the back, and dude, the guy's making a federal case out of it. The kid's crying. God. And the kids took like a chocolate bar or something. Like it was a chocolate bar. It was like either a Kinder Egg or a Kit Kat, something like that. And I was like, okay, yeah, the kids shouldn't steal. He's like, listen, we're going to call the police on you. We're going to call your parents. And I'm like, bro, it's a little kid.
He learned the lesson.
He learned the lesson. If you want at the max, call his mom or something like that. Don't call the cops. You're going to fuck the kid. Don't call the cops. They're going to harass. You know how the cops are.
Under $10, there's nothing they
can
do.
No, but it's just don't call the cops on the kid. Yeah. Like we should. And maybe we should. I want to take a picture and put his picture in the front of the kid. I go, bro, he's 11. He's an 11-year-old fucking kid, bro. He's an 11-year. And I remember then being like, some people take it too far. It's just black and white.
Yeah.
And yeah, I remember I think he called the cops in the end, and I was trying to like, I was just telling the kid, oh, don't worry about it. Like I'll talk. And I was telling the cop guys, like, come on, like don't take it serious. But he was super adamant. He's like, no, the police, and can I take his picture and put it? I think the cop told him like he's a child, like don't take his photo. But it was just, I remember it was very, very, like it made me feel weird that it's a kid, and he's like, I'm gonna to the full extent of the law. It's a chocolate bar and it's a child.
We've caught someone.
Your employees here are stealing way more. Like
we used to steal so much.
Yeah, like I've repeatedly yelled at employees. I'm like, bro, stop fucking stealing, and you don't do anything about that. But this fucking kid steals a chocolate bar, and you lose your shit.
Yeah, that's the.
I remember yelling at employees. I'm like, bro, you work here. Stop fucking stealing.
Yeah.
It's not stealing. I'm eating it in the store. Yeah, but you're not paying for it.
They used to put bags of chips, like they would rip them a bit and then throw them in the bin and like, oh, this is return, you guys can eat it. And then like,
oh, that's different. I remember this Latino kid, Jeffrey. I remember I'd catch him downstairs. He'd be, you
were a manager there, or no, you were just in the
no, they were trying to make me an assistant manager, and then he got mad because I got a job in video games. Said, I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna give my 2 weeks notice. I got a job in video games, and he called me a traitor because I promised him to be his assistant manager. I was like, did you say to you? He's like, I'm gonna make a necklace with your teeth. He told me I'm gonna catch you outside. Yeah, and I was like, what? I go, let's fucking go outside. Right? I was super pissed because the guy was angry.
The guy was about to fight you because you were quitting?
Because I was quitting to go to a better job. Crazy shit, dude. You could have the best movie if you go My Life all the way till now. It's the crazy shit has happened. So, Jeffrey. So we go downstairs, and we used to have the, what they're called? Fuck, man, what are they called? The wooden, the planks. What are they fucking called? The pallets. So those pallets filled with cashmere and all that shit. Toilet paper. Bro, isn't this guy sleeping, just laying down? Sometimes we catch him sleeping on the cashmere. But bro, I catch him, bro. He has open chocolate and chips, just eating, laying down. I was like, aren't you supposed to be upstairs fucking working? And the guy's like, ouais, je prends mon break. And I'm like, did you pay for that shit? He's like, bro, je prends mon break. And I was like, these fucking kids.
But I feel like every immigrant kid in Montreal started working on Jean Coutu. I don't.
Yeah, we had a lot. Yeah, that's where I met some friends. I met Paolo there, I think. Yeah, I met some.
Which Jean Coutu did you used to work on?
JT, Jean Talon.
Jean Talon.
Yeah,
okay. I used to be Salaberry in front of Normandie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's where I worked there. My brother worked there for like 3 years. And then when he quit, they replaced him with me. And then I worked there, like all our group of friends.
But at the same time, it was crazy. At the same time, I worked there. My Milton worked there, and Viron. At the same time, all three of us.
It's just a chilling.
Terrorism.
I used to love working there because
I was the first male cashier.
Oh shit, you were a cashier.
Yeah, it was because they hired me and Milton at the same time, and Milton was very docile, so they hired Milton to be the cashier.
Okay.
But the first day I'm like, bro, fuck that. There's gonna be a guy cashier. It's gonna be me, bro. You know how lazy I am. I'm not picking shit up. So I made myself a cashier, and then they realized like a week later, like, wasn't the other guy supposed to be a cashier? I'm like, you keep your fucking mouth shut. I'm the cashier, and then people like me at the cashier.
Were you wearing the white sarong? Like
no, I would never wear the white thing. I would just wear the regular stuff. I would always chill, talk to people. I would fight with people sometimes. Like I remember there was a guy who was trying to start shit because he cut in line, and me, I don't accept line cutting because I too am a customer very often. So I was like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, I was waiting here. I go, you weren't fucking waiting. There's no line here. I'm in charge. I know where the fucking line is.
I'm the boss.
Yeah, it was fucking hilarious. And the guy was in front of his kid, and he was threatening me, and I was telling him to go fuck himself. And his kid's like this, and the manager was this little lady. She's like, arrête, Pantelis, arrête. And I was like, I'm gonna fuck this guy up. And Viron was behind me. Viron was holding a plastic bag because he was bagging stuff. And all you see is Viron just drop the bags. He's like, you have a problem, bro? It's fucking hilarious, bro.
You love Jean Coutu stories.
Yeah.
There's so many stories of like us and managers just fighting customers, and like a guy was just trying to. Well, the assistant manager at the Jean Coutu that I worked at.
They loaned me out once. They loaned me to another Jean Coutu, fucking far Memorial Nord or something. I remember in the morning going for one day. I've never come back here again.
I've done the same thing. It's disgusting.
And I caused damage. I forgot what happened. Something fell, like all this bleach and stuff. Like and I was like, I want to punch out now. Like I'm done. And I just punched out and left, and I went back.
I remember there was this guy trying to steal, and this assistant manager who's still here now. He's been there for 15 years. He's been an assistant manager for 15 years. A guy was stealing a perfume, and as he's coming out, the manager just stops him physically. He's like a short, chubby Chinese guy. The customer turns around, pushes my manager, who was the short, chubby Chinese guy. They start getting in a fight, and he's yelling like, "Go get the security." The guy whips out a knife and is about to and the Chinese guy is sacrificing himself because
perfume.
The guy pushes him. The présentoir starts falling. All I hear is le présentoir.
He only cared about the kiosk.
He's like, bro. He's like, stab me. I don't give a fuck. Just before the guy,
I just fixed that kiosk.
I catch the présentoir, and by fucking chance, the guy drops the knife, and then we're able to call the security, and they maintain him. But he was about to sacrifice his life for that présentoir.
Bro, some of these fucking people take it too seriously. Anyways, Thank you guys for showing up for church today on a Sunday. Remember, patreon.com/Pantelis is where you go to get exclusive content. You get shit early. We got In Bell Poseidon, Annabelle Ilabet, his French version of that show. We got the French cast going there first. We got the podcast going there first. We got bonus tapes coming this week. We got a lot of stuff happening. Patreon.com/Pantelis. Go support the nation and join the Discord. If you're a Discord member and a Patreon member, make sure they're synced so you get access to channels that only the patrons have access to. Yesterday, they were watching the fights on the fucking Discord.
Sick.
Right? Discord's where you want to fucking be. Remember, this episode was brought to you by Just Meat It, justmeatit.ca. Go there, use the promo code COMEDY, get yourself 10% off your orders. You get fucking bison there, Wagyu beef, elk, all shit that you're not going to hunt by yourself because you're too much of a pussy. But you could buy it from them and they deliver it to your door. And these are Quebec farms. You're supporting local and healthy. No antibiotics, no performance-enhancing drugs, and none of these animals have criminal records. They're all spot-on citizens. They're all very, very good at what they do. So thank you guys for that. You're going to find Poseidon on Twitch, twitch.tv/theposeidon69, theposeidon69 on Twitter and Instagram. Emile, where are they going to find you online?
At Emile Coury, Khoury on Instagram, Emile Coury Live on Twitter.
Very nice. Follow Emile, follow Poseidon, and most importantly, go fuck yourselves. Thank you guys.
Peace.